Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of Delete Laws. Happy Saturday night, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're doing okay. If your blood is not boiling, it will be boiling after you see this video here. If you would, please hit the like button. It's the thumbs up button right down there. Hit the like button. Do that for me if you would, pretty please, with sugar and cherries on top. And then if you put in the comment section for me, if you would, OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the comment section for me, OTVO. How come it is? Why is it? Tell me, explain it to me. Why the tyranny always falls under the light of the Waffle House sign. I'm going to let this guy do his intro, and then we'll get into it.
Previously on, I believe I was racially profiled by this officer out of Mount Juliet, Tennessee, because he stopped me for absolutely no reason.
What up?
Hey man, you got your ID on you?
Why'd you pull me over?
So I'm just doing an ID check right now.
Why did I pull you over?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I believe you have someone with a warrant in there. Okay. Under the name of Christopher
Did
Venmo.
you use your turn signal back there?
What's your name and badge number?
What is your did you use your turn signal? Turn
What
out of there.
Is your
Did
name?
you use your turn signal?
What is your name and
Say
badge?
my-
Look at me. Why are you lying to me? Why are you
I am not
lying to
lying
me?
to you. I swear
Bro,
you are not lying.
You all right? So when you first just
He said, I swear you are not lying. That's what he just said. You put it in the comment section, JBTP, for this lying jackboot thug pig.
came up to the car, you said I'm doing a
I
reason.
need you to get out of the car now.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely not.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely not. No. Get somebody over here.
Johnson.
Officer Johnson. Is it legal to pull people over and do an ID check? Just don't look at him. Just answer for me.
Is he saying your license is suspended?
No, hey, listen. I just asked one question.
This is not a stop and ID state. However,
Thank
there's
you.
a Supreme Court case, Kansas v. Glover, that states that we can stop and identify you as long as we have reason to do so.
Kansas versus Glover. Traffic stop is reasonable under the Fourth Amendment because the officer lacked information to negate the inference that the driver of the vehicle was also its owner, whose license is revoked. And this is from Oyez, a unanimous court. Look at that. Oh, only Sonia Mayor dissented. So if you don't know what happened here, while on patrol, a Kansas police officer ran a registration check on a pickup truck with a Kansas license plate. Upon running the check, the officer learned that the truck was registered to Charles Glover Jr. and that his license had been revoked. Acting on suspicion, Terry versus Ohio, that the owner was unlawfully operating the vehicle based on the assumption that the registered owner of the truck was also the driver, the officer stopped the truck. So do you see what Terry versus Ohio does? Do you understand why I say OTVO? Kansas versus Glover doesn't work without Terry versus Ohio. Acting on suspicion. That's Terry versus Ohio. The Fourth Amendment says no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause. That's 100 miles away from suspicion. And then based on the assumption that the registered owner of the truck was also the driver, the officer stopped the truck. The officer confirmed that Glover was the driver and issued him a citation for being a habitual violator of Kansas traffic laws. Glover moved to suppress all evidence from the stop, arguing that the stop violated his Fourth Amendment right against unreasonable searches and seizures. According to Glover, the police officer lacked reasonable suspicion to pull him over. The state argued that a law enforcement officer may infer that the owner of a vehicle is the one driving the vehicle, absent information to the contrary, and the knowledge that the owner has a revoked license, combined with that inference, gives rise to reasonable suspicion. Terry versus Ohio, to conduct an investigatory stop. Detain you, Terry versus Ohio. The state trial court concluded that it is not reasonable for an officer to infer that a registered owner vehicle is also the driver, and granted Glover's motion to suppress. The appellate court reversed, and the Kansas Supreme Court granted review. The Supreme Court reversed the lower court, holding that the inference is impermissibly stacked. Stacked the assumptions and would relieve the state of its burden of showing reasonable suspicion for a stop. So then it gets certiorari. I'm not sure. It doesn't say who applied for certiorari up to the Supreme Court. And every time it goes to the Supreme Court, it's a constitutional question. For purposes of an investigatory stop under the Fourth Amendment, is it reasonable for an officer to suspect that the registered owner of a vehicle is the one driving the vehicle, absent any information to the contrary? So understand exactly what that's saying right there. That's saying right there that if they run your license plate and it says that your driver's license is suspended or revoked, then the question is, can they just, on suspicion that maybe you're the driver, can they then just stop you for the purposes of an investigatory stop? They're gonna stop you and detain you. This is what Terry versus Ohio does. This is the whole premise of Terry versus Ohio. When a police officer lacks information to the contrary that you're not the driver who has a suspended license with registered vehicle, it's reasonable under the Fourth Amendment for the officer to assume that the driver of a vehicle is its owner and the owner's license is revoked, to conduct an investigatory stop of the vehicle. Clarence Thomas wrote the opinion for the 8-1 majority. Under the Fourth Amendment, a police officer may make a brief investigative stop when he has a particularized and objective basis to suspect legal wrongdoing. Courts must permit officers to use common sense to make judgments and inferences about human behavior. Courts must permit officers to use common sense. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Courts must permit officers to use common sense. They would first have to have some common sense, wouldn't they? Wouldn't the copper have to have some common sense first? In this case, the police officer's common sense inference was that the vehicle's owner was most likely the driver, which provided sufficient suspicion to stop the vehicle. It doesn't matter that a vehicle's driver is not always its registered owner. So if you drive a friend's car and that license that your friend's is suspended and you're driving the car for him, you can be pulled over. And it does not matter that the vehicle's driver is not always the registered owner. And the officer's judgment was common sense judgment and experience. Thus, he had reasonable suspicion. Terry versus Ohio. And the traffic stop did not violate the Fourth Amendment. Sotomayor wrote a dissenting opinion that the court ignores key foundations of our reasonable suspicion jurisprudence and impermissibly and unnecessarily reduces the state's burden of proof. So it flips the burden of proof so that if they run the license plate that you're driving your friend's car who has a suspended license, then without knowing, the cop couldn't possibly know that if you and I are driving and you're driving my car and my license is suspended, and we pass the copper and they have one of those license plate reader and it comes back and it says it's registered to Jose DeCastro and his license is suspended, but you're driving my car. Now that cop can pull you over, even if I'm sitting next to you, because he has reasonable suspicion. And it's not a violation of your Fourth Amendment right because you're driving a guy's car who has a suspended license. That's what having an unelected Supreme Court has done for us. That's how good it's going. That's how good it's going. So now you know what when he just cites Kansas versus Glover, the copper and this right here, decided in 2020, April 6, 2020. When he cites Kansas versus Glover,
came up to the car, you said, I'm doing absolutely. Mr. Johnson, is it legal to pull people over and do an ID check? Just don't look at him, just answer for me.
Is he saying your license is suspended?
No, hey, listen, I just asked one.
so they could have ran a license. From here, who knows? Anything on their computer could say whatever, and Kansas versus Glover allows them to do whatever they want. Your freedoms are gone.
Question.
This is not a stop and ID state. However,
Thank
there's
you.
a Supreme Court case, Kansas v. Glover, that states that we can stop and identify you as long as we have reason to do so.
No. It says if you run the license plate and it comes back that the driver of the vehicle has a suspended or a warrant, that then you can get them. So you guys notice something? I just said they can run the license plate using a license plate reader, and then they can naturally assume that the driver is the registered owner, is driving the car. So they run your license plate, then they run your license. And now if you have a warrant for your arrest, Kansas v. Glover, they can arrest you. You hadn't done anything. You were just living your life, and now they can arrest you. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this. I'm so sorry. I just got in 1,000 Trifolds. So during this live stream, it's 8:26 right now. During the live stream, it's buy one get one free of Trifolds. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? I put these right by the desk to tell you guys that, but I just got 1,000 more Trifolds in. So I'm gonna go buy one get one free on Trifolds this entire live stream. So wow, this is, I mean, our rights are gone.
This is crazy. Are you seeing this right now?
Yeah. Not only are we seeing it, brother, I just broke down the case that they ran your license plate that attached to the, and then they're saying that the registered owner of the car has a revoked license or warrant.
So you're gonna get out of the car or identify yourself now. That is my corporal right there.
What's goody? Look, man, it's your boy J3. We back, man. This is part 2. I am about to show you what happens when the supervisor rolls up. Corporal Cayman.
When the supervisor rolls up, you get a bigger pig, a dirtier, nastier, more experienced pig.
Or something like that. That's his name. But you see, this is part 2. Go check out part 1. I believe I was racially profiled by this idiot Mr. Benz, man. Badge.
No, he said Kansas versus Glover, so he's citing that there's something wrong with your
number 95 from the Mount Juliet, Tennessee Police Department. He is out here putting a bad rep on officers, bro. I would have never made video.
What are you talking about? He's out there putting a bad rep on officers. Put a 1 in the chat if it's all cops putting a bad rep on officers. The bad cops are doing it. The good cops are letting them. So put a 1 in the chat if cops are making themselves look like crap. Not just this one. They all are.
Like this, if this young man didn't stop me. So we about to check out how everything ends. I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet, especially when I'm talking. I had somebody in the comments was like, bro, you talking too much. So let's,
bro, say what you got to say. You're the one that was persecuted by these pigs. I'm more than willing to hear you out.
Get into it.
Perfect. What up, my man?
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's your name?
Corporal Cameron, man, just please.
Corporal Cayman. Hey, listen.
Now this guy is just straight piece of shit. I've already seen this. He's a piece of shit, this guy right here. He's a bigger piece of shit than the piece of shit that was there a second ago.
So my name, well, I don't even want to say my name right now. I just got one question for you,
yes.
Okay? I was asking all of them.
That's fine.
Is it legal to pull somebody over to ask for their ID?
What did he stop?
He said, it's on, don't lie, miss.
I'm not lying.
Okay? It's on video, everything.
Okay. So stopped him for, he wasn't using his turn signal, was turning left out of here. Yes. But
He sounds a little nervous.
And I said, came up to the window and said, "Hey, I'm identifying you. What's your first last name?" Okay. Because he came to Waffle House and there's a car sitting up there that is revoked. No one's in Waffle House.
Yo, I gotta stop it right here.
There's a car sitting up there. So remember, they're citing Kansas versus Glover, but and Kansas versus Glover says they run a license plate. They assume that the license plate belongs to the driver, and that license plate comes back to a driver who has a revoked license. Now, listen carefully. Listen carefully here. This is so important. I caught this last night, and I was just
because he came out of Waffle House.
And we ran a plate up there that came back revoked, meaning that they're assuming that the driver is revoked. But is that this car?
There's a car sitting up there that is revoked.
Okay, so there's a car sitting up there that's revoked. So because there's a car sitting up there that's revoked, they could use Kansas versus Glover. You guys remember Kansas versus Glover? We just read on Oye's. So he's saying that there was a car up there that was revoked. But is it his car? Is it this driver's car?
No one's in Waffle House.
Yo.
And no one's in Waffle House. So the guy who's making the video,
What's your first last name? Okay. Because he came out of Waffle House.
Because he came out of Waffle House.
And there's a car sitting up there.
There's a car sitting up there.
That is revoked.
Is revoked. But is that his car though? There may be a car sitting up there that has a revoked license driver, but is that his car?
No one's in Waffle House.
Yo, I gotta stop it right here because we gotta point out every retarded statement that Officer Benz makes. His sergeant asked him, "Why did you stop him?" This nigga says, I'm gonna replay it too. He said, he just came out of Waffle House. There is a car in the Waffle House parking lot that is revoked, and nobody's in Waffle House. Officer Benz, I got in my car and I left Waffle House. What the fuck does that have to do with me?
So, he clears it up for us. He doesn't have a revoked license. There's a car up there that has a revoked license, but it's not his.
And why are you stopping me for that?
Came up to the window and said, "Hey,
right. Why are they stopping him for that if there's a car that's revoked?" And it looks like this guy was a wrestler. This guy right here. Yeah, he's got cauliflower ear. Dude, if you're a wrestler, do not become a pig. Do not become a pig. If you're a fish stick and you couldn't win on the mat, don't become a pig, bro.
Find you. What's your first last name? Okay. Because he came out of Waffle House and there's a car sitting up there that is revoked. No one's in Waffle House.
Because he came out of Waffle House and there's a car sitting up there that is revoked.
Right, but that's not his car. There's a car sitting up there that's revoked, but that's not his car. Fish stick.
No one's in Waffle House.
Nobody's in Waffle House? How do you know? It's a big place. There might be someone in there somewhere.
But my probable cause to pull him over was not using his turn signal. So I walked up to him.
But my probable cause to pull him over was for not using his turn signal. That's not what they cited. They cited Kansas versus Glover, that they're assuming that the revoked driver's license person is the driver owner of the car. The cop even cited Kansas versus Glover when he came up. The pig here, Officer Benz, said to the corporal, which I don't call them that. Don't call him by some ridiculous military call name. Listen, this pig right here cited Kansas versus Glover. And so that's for revoked. And now he's making up that he didn't use his turn signal.
But my probable cause to pull him over was not using his turn signal.
So then it's such a lie.
Walked up to him, didn't tell him that was the reason why I pulled him over. Confirmed he did not use his turn signal. Went back and viewed my car camera. You did not use your turn signal.
Mr. Bennis, what was the first thing I asked you when you walked up to my car?
Okay. Well,
very first thing.
Exact thing I pulled you over for.
Very first thing I asked.
You said, "Why'd you pull me over?"
And what did you say?
To identify you.
Boom. Okay. Why are we here? This is a Terry stop, right? Are you got like?
Oh, I love the look of confusion. I love it. Officer Benz is looking around like, what? What did he say? A Terry stop? No, bro. I pulled you over because you didn't use your turn signal.
No. Kansas versus Glover is an extension of Terry versus Ohio. The jurisprudence of Kansas versus Glover falls squarely onto Terry versus Ohio.
Right? Mr. Benz is so far deep into this stop, he has to somehow justify his unjustified stop. And I'm starting to get a little heated. I think this is ridiculous.
You're getting cheated, bro.
Listen to me. This is outrageous. And I just told him, I just went up to the Mount Juliet Police Department. Yes. I don't know if it's him, him and a black car. They follow me home every day. Every day. Okay. Every day. I got you. Right? Okay. Every day.
Okay.
Oh man. This smile damn near pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm voicing a complaint and this man starts smiling. At first I thought he was, like
a member of the KKK, a Nazi,
laughing at my situation.
No, he's laughing that you're a black guy and you're getting followed by cops because you're black, and he knows it. He knows it. Or you don't have any money and your car's not a newer car. And then it doesn't matter what color you were, but they're just following you around. He thinks it's funny that they're following you around.
But I think he was just trying to like disarm me,
No, he wasn't. He's probably laughing internally about the stories he's heard about them following you around and you acting, you freaking out.
I think he winds up being a pretty good officer. So
No. Can we stop this? Can we stop this nonsense? If he was a pretty good officer, he would have walked up and ended it. He doesn't end up being a pretty good officer either, by the way. Just wait. You're gonna hear him talk. Stop it. You joined a dark, evil ship. You can't be considered a good guy. Sorry, dude. You joined it. I didn't ask you to join it. You decided to join that crap, not me.
I do want to give him a shout out, but it's not all peaches and cream.
No, he's going to screw you over, dude, right now. Man, people have this just cognitive dissonance.
Because he showed up in support of a man who is in the middle of an unjustified and unlawful stop. So let's see how it plays out.
Day, right?
Screws you over.
Anytime they see me, there's that car. But I'm not.
Look at G.I. Joe loser with all the stuff on his. He's not going to use any of that. He's going to use the taser and the torture cuffs.
Going for it. I went and filed a complaint, and I knew this dude. I knew he would take the bait. Okay. Why is he pulling me over? To ID me. Okay. Don't you think that's outrageous?
Okay. So his probable cause, from what I heard from him, is because you didn't use your turn signal.
Do you know that you don't have to use a turn signal in a parking lot?
Is that it?
Yes, sir. That's on the road.
Hang on. No,
this is a Waffle House. It's private.
Hold on.
Okay.
Talking about turning out on this main road, right?
No, sir. He's talking about when I turn.
I'm talking about right there. When you turn onto Adams Lane.
All right. When you turn out on the main road, you have to obey all traffic laws, which means.
But he's made it up. They cited Kansas versus Glover when the corporal got there. He said that there was someone up there with a revoked license, and so he assumed it was him. Didn't run the right car. What's he talking about? And then he switches it up to he didn't use his blinker.
Signal and a stop, like it's a stop sign. Okay.
And now he's cop-splaining how he has to drive a car as if he doesn't know.
When you're going onto a main road, if he was going in another parking lot, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's his probable cause for the stop. And you are more than welcome to file a complaint. I'll be up there to answer it. Or if you want to speak to the chief, you can wait till he comes in. You can call him tomorrow morning.
They're all on it together. What are you talking about? Like what are you even saying right now? They're all in it together.
This morning, actually, he'll be in at 8:00.
I cannot believe.
Okay.
I cannot believe this is going on right now.
So,
I cannot believe this is going on right now.
I got you.
How many police officers are here? I'm starting to feel a little nervous.
Okay, well, don't feel nervous. You want to back them up?
It would be nice.
So this is the Mullen Commission. You can get it on my website, deletelaws.com, for free. Doesn't cost you anything. Just go to deletelaws.com, get the case reports. This is page 70 of those case reports. And mine's got a bunch of tabs on it and stuff I read. But case reports right here, it says the collapse of the department's corruption control. That there is no internal affairs division. There is no checks and balances. There's nobody coming to help you. You can go to the lieutenant, to the corporal, to the captain, to the major, to the general. You can keep going up the chain. It's in the Mullen Commission. It lays it out that there's no help coming, that you can't trust the cops to help you through the chain of command in any way, shape, or form at all whatsoever. It's in the Mullen Commission. It's on deletelaws.com. You get it for free. And then once you get into it, the table of contents alone will lead you to chapters and it reads like a fifth grader's book. You're going to talk to the captain. Hold on. He said, you can even wait till the morning and talk to the chief. And why do you think he says that? Use your logic. Why does he say, wait for the morning and you can talk to the chief? Because he knows the chief won't do anything either. They're all in it together.
It's right.
Everybody back up over.
What?
Go ahead. Back up.
I cannot believe this is going on right now.
I got you.
How many police officers are here? I'm starting to feel a little nervous.
Okay, well, don't feel nervous. You want me to back them up? And
It would be nice, right?
Everybody back up over.
What?
Go ahead. Back up. Oh. Yep. All right.
He needs to be reprimanded.
Okay.
Bro pulled me over for absolutely no reason.
All right. So what I'm gathering.
No. He said after he ran his BS story by him the first time, he then added in later that, oh yeah, my probable cause, he didn't use a blinker.
My ID, because I looked at him.
Because you looked at him?
Yes, I looked at him.
Okay.
And he's a big man, right?
Okay.
He wanted to do a power trip.
Okay.
And now we're here. And I'm unlawfully pulled over.
Okay, so I don't think you're unlawfully pulled over, and I don't believe you are because he said the turn signal.
Can we go back to his car and watch that really quick?
You cannot, no sir.
But why?
Because you have to request that through our department.
Okay, so here it is. He called a supervisor to the scene. He's telling him that he did use his signal, that if they have a dash cam, can you just review it? You're the supervisor here. And he says, no, you have to request that through our department. After you get ticketed, after you have to have your Fourth Amendment violated. This supervisor can easily go back there and review the camera and see if a blinker was used or not. So the technology is used against us completely, and they use it to their advantage. And then he has to request the footage from them. How ridiculous is that? How absolutely ridiculous is that?
Okay. And there's a simple paperwork that you can fill out. You can either do it online or you can just call up there and records will be able to direct you to the correct paperwork. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can fill that out. They'll get it to you immediately because it's all uploaded before we even get off shift. We get off at 6 o'clock. So you can call up there at 8 o'clock, request it.
Do y'all work?
What a load of crap. Put a 1 in the, listen to this load of crap. Put a 1 in the chat if this cop is absolutely lying.
There's a simple paperwork that you can fill out. You can either do it online or you can just call up there and records will be able to direct you to the correct paperwork. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can fill that out. They'll get it to you immediately because it's all uploaded before we even get off shift. We get off at 6 o'clock. So you can call up there at 8 o'clock, request it.
Do you?
That is such a lie. Where was this? Tennessee? I think it was Tennessee. What a lie. Put a 1 in the chat if that is a lie. If you've ever heard of anything like that, that is a lie. You know how many people contact me and say they can't get the body cam footage?
Y'all work with the sheriff's office too? Are the sheriffs over
here?
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know where she was, but their radios, they can hear our radio traffic. And whenever it comes
Did you
out,
run my license plate by chance?
I have not. No, sir. I just showed up. You see me park right there.
I'm talking about him. When he had when he called and said blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he would have called out the license plate. Yes, sir.
Okay. Starting to make sense.
Okay. So
I'm having a lot of trouble with Wilson County in general.
Okay, I got you.
Sheriffs, police. I just wrote the sheriff's office
Right.
a letter. You know why? Because they harassed me.
Okay.
A dude, he came onto my property and said, I don't need permission. I'm a goddamn cop. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I got you.
Like this, it's just power trip.
I don't know how Wilson County Sheriff's Department works,
But
I can't help you there.
okay, I'm
Do you see how they can't help you? It's all through the Mullen Commission that the good cops know about the bad cops. And this cop right here, let's say he's a good cop, which is impossible. Those two words don't go together. Let's say that he's an enabler of the bad cops. He's just an enabler. That's all. And watch his reaction, though, as he knows he's enabling enabling the bullying and the deprivation of rights. Watch his reaction to knowing that this man saying his rights are being violated. And let's just pretend he's not one of the evil demon bad cops. He's just an enabler for the bad cops because he knows about it. So now that just know in his mind that he knows about it, look at him and just think about that. He knows that this guy's being cheated, his rights are being violated, and watch.
He came onto my property and said, I don't need permission. I'm a goddamn cop. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I got you.
Like this, it's just power trip.
I don't know how Wilson County Sheriff's Department works,
But
I can't help you there.
okay, I get it. I get it.
So
So
if we could just keep this to where I can.
I would love to just go home. I would love to go home.
Well, if you give me your driver's license, I'll get you.
But why do I have to give? Or do you suspect me of a crime?
I suspect that you violated a traffic violation.
Can I see that? Do you have proof of that?
It is on our car cam, body cam footages, and you can request that just like I told you.
So you're gonna make me unwillfully give you my license or what?
No, sir. I'm not going to make you unwillfully. I'm going to ask you, and you're going to hopefully give it to me, so that way I don't have to remove you from the vehicle and then take it from you.
So if I don't give you my license,
Yes, sir.
you're gonna take me out of the car,
Yes, sir.
kidnap me.
No, sir. I'm not going to kidnap you. I'm not taking you from anywhere.
Do you know who I am?
No, sir. I do not.
You just ran my plates.
Brother, I didn't run it. I just got here. I've been at the front of the car with you the whole time.
I'm the good one. It's not me. I didn't do it. You're my brother.
I am literally the supervisor, and I'm here to mediate the situation to make it better and not worse.
Oh, no, you're not. You're there to back up whatever the other pig says, even believe his lies, and not be willing to look at the camera footage.
Tell him he was wrong and let me go home.
I can't do that. Because he is a law enforcement officer. He observed the traffic violation. He stopped you for it.
That's crazy. There's no third party, and there's no one above the other pig. There's no checks and balances at all. It's cops against us, and no matter what we do, if that cop says you're bad, the other pigs will all back him up.
Okay? If you want to sue or argue or make a lawsuit, that is something that you could do. But at this time right now, I need you to identify yourself, please, sir.
And if you don't, I'm going to take you out of the car and put you in torture cuffs.
Or am I going to go to jail?
If you don't identify yourself, it is called resisting a law enforcement officer.
Am I going to
and
go
you
to
will
jail?
Go to jail.
Okay. Unwillfully. I'm going to show you my license. Bro, I'm pussy. I did all of that, right? We did all this back and forth. And I showed this man my license, bro. I showed this man my license. I'm pussy. That's crazy. But look, all jokes aside, man, I do think I want to say this. I don't think Officer Kamer, I don't think he's a bad guy, bro.
Well, you don't, because you're young and you don't have a bigger worldview yet. You haven't witnessed 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 pullovers, 10,000. I don't know how many videos we've watched together just on Team DLZ alone, let alone the 20 years I watched before I became known publicly. So he's just misguided. He hasn't been taught properly, but he's fighting back with the video, which is what he's supposed to do, and showing that they're jackboot thug pigs. But this diatribe here is just, to me, it's the split pea soup that The Exorcist vomited up in the movie.
I want to say this. I don't think Officer Kamer
I don't think he's a bad guy, bro. I think he was legit trying to de-escalate the situation. My only problem with him, if I
That he's a Nazi who backed up the other Nazis that didn't say, okay, let me go review the video camera real quick and see if you used your blinker. Go back and look at it and come back and go, you know what? You're right. There's no probable cause. Have a nice night.
am to like if I were to pursue litigation,
You can't pursue litigation. You don't have enough money, enough time, or a team around you to help you file federal civil rights lawsuit litigation. You don't have any damages. It would go absolutely nowhere.
he's gonna be involved in that now because he didn't do much police investigation. He basically just listened to what Officer Benz had to say.
So one cop listened to another cop and then said, okay, I agree with what the cop said.
And and I think that's like police practice, right? I think it may be part of
You mean policy, procedure and practice? Yeah, that's what it is.
their policy. Like he's supposed to
Right.
back up his dog,
Right.
gang shit,
Yes.
Blue Lives Matter
Yes.
type shit.
Yes.
But for me, I don't think Officer Kamer was malicious, right?
You're incorrect. He was extraordinarily malicious. He could have went and looked at the video camera and saw if you used your blinker or not. And then you wouldn't get the tickets you're about to get.
I don't think he was like intentionally trying to step on my rights.
Yes, he was. He was trying to make sure that he backed up the cop and said that the cop had probable cause to pull you over.
And I think he felt a little compassion. Maybe I'm over.
No, he did not. There was no compassion at all. He put up a brick wall and said that if you don't give the ID, it's called resisting and you'll go to jail. He just was a little more polished of being a pig than the pig they had there.
Thinking it a bit. Maybe it's just an act, him being.
There was no act. He put up a stone wall to you and just did it in a more professional way.
The supervisor, he has to put on, the, hey, it'll be okay type of vibe. So maybe it's some of that, but I genuinely felt like he wasn't trying to be malicious about it.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. When the demon knocks on your window in the night, when Medusa, when the devil, when the succubus, when the vampire taps on your window in the middle of the night, Medusa, the vampire, the succubus, the devil doesn't come up and look like a dead skeleton with maggots crawling out of their face. No. When the devil comes up to you, the devil's smiling and is attractive and smooth and slick. The devil certainly isn't going to show you his teeth until it's time to show his teeth. The slicker that devil was to you, my friend, the more you bought and swallowed right down, that guy had some compassion for you. Had you not given that pig your license, you would have found out how much compassion that pig had for you, as he had his knees in your back or in your neck or in your belly, as he was tasing you because you won't put your hands behind your back. That's how much compassion that pig had for you, brother. So,
Now, I think Officer Benz, he could be a great guy outside of work. But
no. Officer Benz is a devil, bro. He signed up to hurt people. He signed up to take people to a dungeon. His goal every night is to arrest people.
But on this night in question, he racially profiled me, so fuck him. Fuck him and his badge. That's how I feel about him.
Brother, it's not just racial profiling. Blacks have less money. So let me kind of sum it up for you. Socioeconomically, on the food chain of money, blacks have the least amount of money. So first it goes Asians, then whites, then browns, then blacks. That's the socioeconomic chain. So what does the wolf do? It targets the weakest link, which is the socioeconomic black, who doesn't have any money to fight that court case, who doesn't have any money to file his federal civil rights lawsuit, who doesn't have the team or the infrastructure or the education to fight against an unlawful detainment. He went after you, yes, because your car is poor too. Your car isn't a rich car. So you could be white in Ohio and the pig would target you. You could be Mexican in New Jersey. You could be Brazilian in Idaho. You could be white in California. If your car looks like you don't have any money and you look like you're kind of got a little, like you could have an attitude, they love taking on people that they can abuse.
But in all seriousness, I have to do a better job at staying calm, because at this point I was so frustrated that I wasn't thinking clearly. Knowing what I know now, I could have rebutted a lot of the stuff that Corporal Kamen had said. And I would have made him, I literally would have made him take me to jail. I would have made a phone call, told somebody they got to pick up my son, and I would have went to jail.
That's great and all, brother, but the simple truth is, the plain simple truth is, what you should have done is you should have immediately invoked your Fifth Amendment right. That's what you should have done, my brother. And you guys will see it. Here's the link to this guy's video. You can drop in the comment section. That Delete Laws will give you a trifold for free. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right, and no matter what the jackboot thug pig pulls you over for, if you're driving a car and the jackboot thug pig pulls you over, unless you're willing to go to jail, then all of it is just theater. You give him your license, your registration, and your proof of insurance, unless you're willing to go to jail. And you know he has no probable cause. You have a camera on all of that, your dash cam. You know that there's cameras that will prove that you didn't do it. And listen, right now during the live stream, and only during the live stream, this is buy one, get one free. The Trifolds buy one, get one free. There's a bunch of cases in here. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm not sure, there's a few hundred people in here, but the Trifold has every different scenario, from cursing to Mary Jane to searching your car to getting out of the car. Buy one, get one free during this live stream. So it'll end in like an hour when we finish this. But that's what you should have done, my brother. You should have, because if he's going to give you a ticket for BS and saying that you didn't use your blinker, then you have to do what this jackboot thug pig said and get the cam footage to prove that you did use your blinker. However, the cop can state absolutely any BS, Wren versus United States, 1996, that you didn't use your blinker. Now, his stop is justified. That's how it is. I'm not saying it's right. You guys know I hate it. But that's how it is.
I'm so pissed off, bro.
Oh, listen, I understand, man. I understand. I know you're pissed off. I feel your pain, brother. I built this trifold for people just like you.
That's all your license district code?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, 10 CD.
Which, by the way, all trifolds, all cop cards, all sweatshirts, everything has shipped now. Everything is gone.
I'm starting to hate police.
Well,
Starting to put a one in the chat if you're already there. Put a one in the chat if you're already there.
I would hope that you don't.
Bro,
You would hope that he doesn't. You're a scumbag, jackboot thug pig. Of course we do.
it's so fucking, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I just went and got me some fucking food, and there's 7 goddamn officers here.
Right. Wasting all of our money and not protecting the rights of the citizens in that town. That's why crime is so high. There's so much crime in Nevada and Las Vegas. It's unbelievable.
For no reason. That shit is stupid.
Well, it's not for no reason.
Yes, it is, bro. I'm telling you. Yo, buddy. I'm sorry.
I know you amped up, but let's stay on the same
This
page.
idiot that you guys hired
Okay.
he's abusing his power.
Okay.
I didn't do shit, bro. Nothing.
Put a one in the chat if you believe him. Do you believe him? Do you believe he didn't do anything? Put a one in the chat if you believe him.
And he pulled me over. And you're here enforcing him, backing him up.
I am.
That's encouraging bad behavior.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. That's why, bro. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
So
You should say, hey man, what did he do? When I'll show you the video. I said, why did you pull me over, officer? Wasn't upset. He said to ID you. What the fuck is that? I, do I have a warrant? Right? Do I look like somebody? Was I doing something suspicious?
Oh, bro, you're out past dark. You can't be driving around past dark in any of these small towns. They'll send the entire police force out while 3 houses are getting robbed because they know all the cops are surrounding the dude who got pulled over for no reason.
Because I looked at you? It's crazy.
Bro, he hates you. You're the enemy. You are them. They are us. They say it's us versus them. That's a fact. Listen to me. It's an absolute fact that the cops believe that it is us versus them. There is an entire chapter in the Mullen Commission that you can get on deletelaws.com for free. Deletelaws.com, you can get this for free. It's called Case Reports. There's a whole chapter dedicated to the commission finding out that the cops believe and tell each other it's us versus them. They create the blue wall of silence. You know what the cops' motto is? What do you think it is? Write in the comment section what the police motto is, and then we'll get back to the video. Write in the comment section what the police motto is. I want to see if the 300 people here know what the police motto actually is. What is it? And then we're going to go right back to this video. What is it? What's the police motto? Can anybody tell me what it is? Tell me what the police motto is. I'm just dying to know if anybody that protect the blue. That's not it. That's not it. Shoot first, ask later. Nope. That's not it. Nope. Nope. That's not it either. Blue loyal to the end. Nope. That's not it either. Nope. There it is. Now you got it mostly right. Canton Hall of Shame. Free trifold. Shoot me an email, bro. It is whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift. That's what the police motto is. Whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift. That dramatically drops down the standard of care. If the most important thing is that I go home safe at the end of my shift, well, then whatever happens to you doesn't matter. And when I have to decide that I need to beat you senseless with pain compliance, then I get off shift and I'm looking at another pig and I'm like, man, I had to beat this guy's head in. And the cop says, are you going home safe at your end of your shift? And I go, yeah, I am. And he goes, good job, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know it is.
You gonna write him a ticket?
Please do.
He's not gonna write you a ticket.
I know he bet not. Hey, come here. I want an apology too.
All right. I'm gonna move my car so you can get out of here.
Thank you. Hey, don't pull me over again, Bennis. Ben.
So as you can see, man, wrapping up the video, I didn't get a ticket, but Mount Juliet Police Department got the golden ticket. They got to run my license, and I hate that. But moving forward, this is a learning experience. I feel like nowadays I'm a lot more confident with inserting my rights, letting the police know, like, hey.
No, he's not. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. You are not. You absolutely are not. You said in your video that if you could do it again, you would have had ways to rebut the corporal. No, friend. No. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's what you do. That's how you do it. That's the only way you do it. When the cops pull you over, you give them your license, registration, proof of insurance, unless you're willing to go to jail. You have your license, registration, proof of insurance all ready to go on a laminated card. You got everything ready to go. It's a photocopy of your license. It's a photocopy. Obviously, I'm not Brad Pitt. That's a photocopy. This goes inside of my trifold. Now my license, registration, proof of insurance is all in my visor above my head because I sent you this nice broccoli wad rubber band with your order of your trifold. Now your other hand has your phone in it and you're going to record everything that's happening here. Now my hands are at a touchdown position like NFL touchdown, the field goals for football. This hand's filming. This has my, now the cop comes up and says license, registration, proof of insurance. Because it's all tucked into my visor perfectly, I just give him my license, registration, proof of insurance. And I'm still filming. My phone's over there on the other desk. So you see? And then the cop says anything to me, I say I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And that's backed up by my camera. Right in his face. Right in his face. That's how you do it. If you didn't learn that, my friend, and let me drop the link for his video. Let me drop the link. Here's the link. I'm going to put the link for his video in the chat. Go over there, subscribe to his channel, tell him Delete Laws sent you. And then if he gets a hold of me, I'll bring him on for an interview and I'll give him a free trifold and a free Fifth Amendment cop card.
What you're trying to do is totally illegal. And you don't have to be. So as you can see, man, wrapping up the video, I didn't get a ticket, but Mount Juliet Police Department got the golden ticket. They got to run my license, and I hate that. But moving forward, this is a learning experience. I feel like nowadays I'm a lot more confident with inserting my rights, letting the police know like, hey, what you're trying to do is totally illegal. And you don't have to be an asshole about it. I think like that's what I want to put out there into the universe. You don't have
to be an asshole about it, bro. They signed up so they could be an asshole to you, my brother.
Have to be mean, man. Like these are human beings. Although Officer Benz that night was being, you know, a bitch. I'm not saying that about him in real life, but while he had that uniform on,
dude,
at 3 a.m.
Dude, it's so funny. Listen to this kid talk. Bro, you being arrested and taken to the dungeon is real life, kid. It's real life. That Officer Benz, put a 1 in the chat if that Officer Benz would slap the torture cuffs on this kid and drag his ass down to a dungeon in 2 seconds flat. Put a 1 in the chat if that's true. Officer Benz pulled you over for no reason. He's a real dick in real life all the time. Officer Benz, there's a good chance Officer Benz beats his wife and his children. There's a 50% chance Officer Benz is chemically dependent. What are you talking about? It's real life what Officer Benz does to people. They're all in it together. They know what they do. They know the torture cuffs are always torture. They know that by grabbing the chain of the torture cuffs, it'll mangle your wrists. They know that. They don't have any sort of reason because they have no consequences for their actions. So I'm not sure what this diatribe of nonsense he's talking is here.
Stopping me. That was a bitch move. He didn't have a single reason for stopping me. As you see, he went on this fishing expedition. He was looking for something. And you know,
he was looking for a reason he could arrest you, dude. He was looking for a reason that you had in your car or what you were doing was arrestable. That's what he was doing.
Like, sometimes you have to be bold. He had to stand in his unlawful stop. So he called in the supervisor because I was not cooperating with what he was saying, because he pulled me over for no reason.
He made up a reason that he pulled you over. Here's the bigger question I have. Did you get the body cam footage? Did you get the dash cam footage? This is 8 days ago. Okay. So did you, sorry about that. Let me show you guys what I'm doing here so you can watch what I'm doing here. So here's the important part to me. Did you get the body cam footage? Dash cam footage. Watch my video. So that's the whole thing. Did you get the body cam footage? That's what we
But this, like I said, this is a learning experience. I'm sure I'll have more encounters with the police.
Oh, oh yeah. You? Yeah.
This past 4 months have just been just a whirlwind of police officers and
How many of those do you have on video?
stops and just craziness, man.
I believe you. I believe you 100%, my brother. How many of those do you have on video?
And you know what? I'm kind of liking it. I like talking to police. I like
I guess he hasn't been arrested yet and gone through that process of having his car impounded, his wrists mangled in torture cuffs, him kidnapped from the streets. Maybe he hasn't experienced that yet, because every time the cops pull you over for no reason, you're this close to going to the dungeon.
seeing how many police officers are actually uninformed. They don't know much. They follow tradition, right? So
They knew how to cite Kansas versus Glover. They knew how to cite Kansas versus Glover, didn't they?
like if you go into training and somebody trains you wrong on how to do certain stuff,
They're doing the training they received. What happened to you is the training they received. They didn't get wrong training. They all got the same training, and the training they got was to do what they did to you.
you're going to do that and you're going to think 100% you're doing a correct and lawful job.
It doesn't matter if they're doing a correct or lawful job. From Terry versus Ohio spawns over 100 Supreme Court cases that completely indemnify police for doing anything short of killing you, and it caught on camera where they can't refute it.
So I know a lot of people hate like the police auditors and stuff like that.
Do a lot of people hate the police auditors? Put a 1 in the chat if a lot of people hate the police auditors and stuff like that.
I know a lot of people hate like the police auditors and stuff like that, but it really has caught my attention. Like I said, probably this past 4 or 5 months. And I love it, man. I love watching videos. I love learning my rights.
Wow, you're going to love my channel, my friend. You guys make sure you swing by and let him know to come on over. And I'd like to get him on camera, and I'd like to know, here's his link to his video. And we'll check out his channel a little bit more, but drop a comment over there and tell him Delete Laws would like to interview him. I'd like to know how many more videos he has of these jackboot thug pigs targeting him. And I got a guy, he may be in the chat right now. I haven't looked at the chat at all tonight. So I got a guy who helps people get body cam footage. And I drip him a little bit of money now and then, not much, pennies, literally pennies for what he does. But there's some people who are of a certain age or a certain mentality that they're not going to be able to follow the Chat GPT video that I made. So I got a guy that helps people get body cam footage, but you should tip him. I'll give you his Cash App. If you send me your stuff and you're like, I need body cam footage, but I'm mentally unable to do it, then I can send you to my guy. Jeebus Crisp, what's going on, Jeebus? How you doing, buddy? So listen, I'm doing buy one get one free on my Trifold, and I want everybody to take advantage of it, because when this live stream is over, the buy one get one free is over. I've lowered everything as much as you guys know. I did all through Christmas. I lowered stuff down big time all through Christmas so that people could get stuff for Christmas. But right now I'll do a buy one get one free, because you got to get more Trifolds out in the world. More Trifolds have to go out in the world. We need more Trifolds in the world. And make sure that you teach people how to use the Trifold. When you tell your friend, hey, I got you a Trifold, make sure you teach them how to use it.
Learning the actual law. I think that's cool, man. A lot of people, like I said, probably this past 4 or 5 months. And I love it, man. I love watching videos. I love learning my rights. I love learning the actual law.
So then you should memorize every single case in the trifold. Look up each case, know each one, know where the numbers are. Know that number 10 is revoke consent. Know how to use the beginning of it where you say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right, and practice. But you have to know every case on here. You have to know every single case on here. Off the back of your
I
head.
think that's cool, man. A lot of people submit their rights without knowing. So I think like if videos like this can help, I think that's beautiful. I think it's dope, man. I think more people should be aware of their rights.
Yeah. And so this is the whole point. He said, I think that videos like this help. They absolutely do help. If you take heed, if you understand, and I say this all the time and I'll continue to say it, that you're not going to be Johnny Spot Slickster when the cop comes up to you. You watch Delete Laws and you're like, man, the cops walk up to Delete Laws and he's like laying out Supreme Court case, putting their camera saying, what's your name and badge number? He's got them on the run. And so you watch that. So you envelop that in your mind and you say, I can do that too. And then when you get in front of the cop and you get a jackboot thug pig, it's not quite the same. And so that's the whole point. You use your cell phone and you use your trifold like a ninja. And it's step by step. You use every different step on here. That's how you do it. This is how you do it. And so for the guy watching who's talking about in this video, yeah, bro, your video really does help. It shows people that. So let's just talk about it for 1 second, if you guys don't mind. He said he regrets it. He should have gone to jail. Okay, here's my argument. If that jackboot thug pig pulls you over for no reason and you don't want to give him your license, registration, and proof of insurance, then you have to be willing to go to jail. You have to be willing to go to jail. Because if at the end of the day, if you're going to give him your license, registration, and proof of insurance anyway, then give him your license, registration, and proof of insurance as soon as he pulls you over. And we know through the myriad of Supreme Court cases that they can pull you over erroneously and they're still okay. It's still correct. So you have your license, registration, and proof of insurance all ready to go. That's how you do it. That's how you roll. You have it ready to go. Or say, I'm not going to give you my license, registration, and proof of insurance and be willing to go to jail. If I'm not going to give my ID and I'm driving a car, which, on your cop cards, on your Fifth Amendment cop card, driver and non-driver, number 2 on the driver card, it says cop approaches, states alleged infraction. Charlie, please stop. It's just the wind, Bubba. It's just the wind, Charlie. It says right here on number 2, cop approaches and states alleged infraction, filming, give cop all required legal documents. Do you see what I'm looking at right here? I can open the screen big so that you can see it. Charlie Angel, he's such a good dog. He really is. I love him. But look, on the driver card on number 2, it says cop states alleged infraction or questions you while filming, give the cop all legal documents. State, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. So, and this is the driver card. You want to make sure that the driver card, you follow the step-by-step tutorial. And if you're driving a car, now, let me give you a different scenario. If you give the cop the bird, read between the lines, and the cop pulls you over and he says license, registration, and proof of insurance, you may want to stand on your rights and not give him your license, registration, and proof of insurance. You have to be willing to go to jail, though. Because let's say that he pulls you over for flipping him off. And you go, okay, I'll give you my license, registration, and proof of insurance. Here you go. Now, what do you fear? You fear that he's going to get the address on your driver's license and stalk you, that he's a psychopath. That's what you fear. If there's that fear. So you flip him off and he says, pulls you over for no reason. It says license, registration, proof of insurance, and you give it to him. And you don't live in the land of fear that he's going to come to your house and try to kill you. Right? Okay, now what is he going to do next? Going to give you a ticket for what? For flipping him off? Now, you, according to the courts, if you're going to sue him for him pulling you over and violating your Fourth Amendment right, which I don't know what you're going to get out of it, then you did everything that you have to do required by law. Everything I need to provide by law is in the slip below. You provided everything you have to give him by law, and then you have that on camera. Now you can sue his ass. Now you can sue his happy ass. Whether or not you get a declaratory judgment or you get any sort of damages for what happened to you, I don't know. But if he in any way, shape, or form touched you or hurt you, then you may be able to receive damages for what happened to you. I mean, that's just the plain simple fact. Let's listen to what else this guy says.
So they submit their rights without knowing. So I think like if videos like this can help, I think that's beautiful. I think it's dope, man. I think more people should be aware of their rights. So I score 1 for Mount Juliet Police. But I'm sure I'll see them again. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. Have a good.
Okay. So then, just so you guys know, I have already dropped him a couple comments. You know, 11:20 when he called himself a wussy, I said there's been several times I simply had to back down because I couldn't go to jail at that moment. My audit at the Arizona Justice Center had hundreds of thousands of views. I had to back down. I didn't have the base that I have now at that time. I couldn't go to jail because I was in Arizona and I couldn't go to jail at that moment. So I showed him a little bit of support. Some of these comments are interesting, but I saw this video pop up and I want to watch it.
I do traffic stops for a living.
All the tyranny-loving lemmings absolutely adore Deputy Frank Sloop from the Pinal County, Arizona Sheriff's Department. Or should I say Frank Brady List Sloop.
I don't know if you do traffic stops for a living, but I do traffic stops for a living. Wow, there's a lot of misinformation sitting in the driver's seat of that vehicle. Write everyone tickets. It is literally my job to write tickets. It's all I do. And I don't know how to bridge that gap between like ignorance and knowledge, because I don't think that there's enough wood to build that bridge. Being a member of the traffic unit, it is my job to issue citations. No, I write everyone tickets. It is literally my job to write tickets.
It's not.
All I do.
We'll get back to that Brady List thing in a minute. In the meantime, Deputy Frank Sloop from the infamous Fridays with Frank wants you to know that he does traffic stops for a living.
I do traffic stops for a living.
I don't know if you do traffic stops for a living, but he does traffic stops for a living.
I don't know if you do traffic stops for a living, but I do traffic stops for a living.
It's his job to issue citations.
Being a member of the traffic unit, it is my job to issue citations.
This means it's his sole duty to extort Americans on public highways. It's literally his job to write tickets. It's all he does.
No, I write everyone tickets. It is literally my job to write tickets. It's all I do.
It's all I do.
It's all I do.
In other words, it's not his job to serve and protect. It's his job to harass and collect.
It's all I do.
And why do we call him Frank Brady List Sloop? Well, because Frank is on the Brady List. And what exactly is the Brady List, you might ask? A giglio or Brady List is an actual list compiled usually by prosecutors' offices or a police department containing the names and details of law enforcement officers who've had sustained incidents of untruthfulness, criminal convictions, candor issues, or some other type of issue placing their credibility into question. So Deputy Frank Sloop basically has no credibility, at least in the eyes of some prosecutors and some police departments. And if you've got no credibility with a police department, boy, you are in a bad way. Now, maybe you don't believe me about the seriousness of being on the Brady list. Maybe you'd rather hear it from a lawyer. Okay, fine.
The Brady list is essentially a list of police officers who have committed some sort of bad thing in their career. These lists are kept by prosecutors' offices, and the purpose of them is to inform defendants and defense attorneys of potential Brady and Giglio evidence. That is exculpatory evidence that you can use as a criminal defendant against some of the witnesses. So, for example, if an officer lied on a report, had an initial affairs investigation due to that lie, and was found to have actually lied, you could potentially introduce that in your case as you're cross-examining the officer. The Brady list gives you that information. Now, the problem with the Brady list is that it is maintained by prosecutors' offices. And while they have a duty to disclose this information, what we have found over the years is that sometimes some information is just not disclosed, and even if they have it, they still don't disclose it. And so a diligent and competent approach to representation, investigating all of these potential issues, is necessary to ensure that you're not missing out on a potentially helpful issue.
So while they may...
So I just want to real quick, that right there, someone just put that right there. Brian shut down his high impact flicks channel. He was threatened or paid off by WEF. No, none of that is true. Brian didn't shut down his high impact flicks channel. His high impact flicks channel was nuked by YouTube. I know this because Brian's a friend of mine, and that's not at all. He wasn't threatened by anybody, and he certainly wasn't paid off for a channel with that many subscribers on it. He got totally screwed over. That's why I now have more subscribers than he does, because his high impact flicks channels had more than mine did. And so now that's why I cover a lot of Brian's videos, because I want you guys to go over and subscribe to Brian from Here's the Deal, because his high impact flicks channel with 500,000 subscribers just got nuked by YouTube. He got totally cheated. And so that's why I show a lot of Brian videos. So now you know.
May not disclose every officer on the Brady list. We do know the Fridays with Frank star is on it. If Frank Brady list sloop has credibility issues right off the bat, how do we know he's telling the truth about anything? Dave was over there speeding. Susie didn't have her seatbelt on. Ralph didn't activate his turn signal in the appropriate amount of time.
71, passing all these cars. Get a good look. That guy right there.
The rational, logical, constitutional answer is we can't trust him. I mean, that is if you're into all that rationality, logic, and constitutional stuff. But that small Brady list credibility detail doesn't stop the gushing lemming masses from genuflecting and licking the boot polish right off of Frank's jack boots as he tramples our rights under the color of traffic law. Let us take a look at some of the glowing accolades Frank gets on the Pinal County Sheriff's Department Facebook page, shall we? Oh, Frank, you are great. Happy New Year to you all from Galway, Ireland. Frank Sloop, I look forward to Fridays with Frank so much. Stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you for your service. Thank you, Deputy Sloop. About time. I feel like there should be an officer dedicated to that purpose on the I-10. And that purpose is shaking down people on the highways and byways of America. About time a police force focuses on left lane drivers. You guys are the best. Great job, brother. Need more of this enforcement in the state. I love this guy. He's hilarious. Pinal County Sheriff's Office, we need longer episodes. Frank is entertaining. Way to go, Frank. You got this, Officer Frank. Bicep flex. Best cop ever. Love Frank. Cracks me up. I love this officer. He's the reason I would go to Pinal County Sheriff's Office, Pinal County. Thank you, deputies. Hey, I love what you're doing. Thank you for your service. Well done, PCSO. LOL backpack.
You know, I love that Brian takes the time to go through all the comments. You know, at first when I saw him doing this, I initially said to him like why do you highlight people's comments that are just so like, you know, terrible? But now I see why. Because that's what we're up against, you and I. We have to turn the tide and the focus of our friends and family members who are the Kevins and Karens of the world. And we have to show them that these cops are swine scumbags. You have to show them videos of what the police policies, procedures, and protocols are. You know? So but I appreciate Brian for pointing these things out and showing us all these comments. I mean, he's taken the time not only to put the comments up, but reading them as well.
Hack intent. Classic. You are awesome. Great job. We got a lot of top fans in this comment section. Frank is awesome. Wish more deputies and or officers would enforce those camping in the left lane. Love you, Frank. Good job, Frank. God bless you forever. Thank you. Wish you could visit our US 60 East Mesa. We got some people down here that need to be economically terrorized, Frank. Could you help us out? Great job, you guys. Great as always. The semi-trucks do it all the time. That's hanging out in the left lane. It's a real crime. My favorite episode. Love your videos. See, the problem with America is not that we have a long line of psychopaths who want to rob and rule us. It's that we have tens of millions of Stockholm Syndrome victims begging to be robbed and ruled.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Exactly what Brian just said. We have to talk to, and listen, I know it's hard. I get it. We have to talk to our friends and family and say, hey, have you seen what cops are doing to people? Have you seen any of these videos? You have to set them down. So just so you guys know that David Condon is one of my best friends in the world. I love David Condon. David's very successful. I'll put it to you that way. David's a very successful man. He's Jewish. I know his family. I've been to Shabbat dinner at his house. Like, I know David. I know his family. David's invested in my companies. Like anything I do, David invests in, and David, just so you know, used to give $500 a month every month to the Fraternal Order of Police Benevolent Fund. So that's $6,000 a year that one of my best friends used to give to the Fraternal Order of Police every single month. When I started on my journey and I left Los Angeles in 2022 and I said, I'm going to tour across the country and stop at every little podunk town there is, David started to watch my videos on TikTok because he's one of my best buddies. He wanted to know if I was okay, where I was. And David is no longer a bootlicker. He saw enough cop videos. He sends them to me now. And he's like, those motherfuckers, Chille, those motherfuckers. And I'm like, exactly. You have to understand, people will turn if you show them enough footage of these cops being the pigs that they are. That's what we have to do. And make sure that you have a trifold in your car. Buy one, get one free during this live stream only. It will not be buy one, get one free when I get off this live stream. It's crazy, man.
I'm sorry. I do this for a living. You don't. I tell you how this works. Let me see your driver's license or I'm going to pull you out of your car and arrest you for failing to provide ID.
What a douchebag. And like I said, you have your license, registration, and proof of insurance ready to go.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we start standing up against the tyrants instead of calling for the tightening of the chains of our own oppression?
I do traffic stops for a living. I don't know if you do traffic stops for a living, but I do traffic stops for a living. Being a member of the traffic unit, it is my job to issue citations. No,
it is not. Your job is literally to uphold the rights of citizens and uphold our individual liberties. That's what your job is to do, Frank.
I write everyone tickets. It is literally my job to write tickets.
No, it is not your job to write tickets. You jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. JBTP, jackboot thug pig.
All I do.
If you guys enjoyed these videos,
I do enjoy the videos, man. I sent your link out for everybody to subscribe to, Brian. Love you, buddy. I found a diamond in the rough. I found pulled over again for no license plate, 7 subscribers, 4 years ago, 1 comment. Look at this. I threw a like. It had 0 likes. Now it has 1 like. Wow. This 4-year-old video. This guy put this up here because he pulled over again for no license plate light. He was feeling cheated. Cop was cool. This is usually how I talk to cops. About 70% of the time, they let me go with a warning. Let's see how he talks to cops. Let's see how he does this.
How you doing? Doing all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm Corporal Moreno, Balcony Heights Police. The
Yes,
reason why
sir.
I stopped you is your license plate light is out, bro.
Oh, really?
You know that?
I actually.
Your license plate light is out. He said your license plate is out, bro.
The
Yes,
reason why
sir.
I stopped you is your license plate light is out, bro.
Oh, really?
Your license plate light is out, bro. You're giving me a bro, you piece of shit pig. You're giving me a bro. You pulled me over for a license plate light. License plate lights weren't even available till the 90s.
You know that?
I actually. Yeah, I'm trying to get it fixed. Well,
Okay,
I need to
that's
get it
fine.
fixed.
That's fine. I just need to see your driver's license and insurance.
Yeah.
You live here in San Antonio now, or?
No, I'm in work. I'm working.
Oh, you're working there? Oh, okay.
What's he doing right now?
Yeah, I just got out of the gym.
Man, he is totally
And
dude. So, okay, listen, you do not do it like that at all. You have your license, registration, proof of insurance put together. You immediately invoke your 5th Amendment right to remain silent. And then you give him a steady dose of your camera lens in his face. That's what you do. That's what you do. What was all this jostling around he was doing? Looking for what? Like, you looking for your death? Like,
You live here in San
and then he's asking him, you live here in San Antonio?
Antonio now, or?
no, I'm in work. I'm working.
Oh, you're working?
Why? See, right there, because he didn't invoke his 5th Amendment right, he forgets. That cop's investigating him for crimes, trying to find a crime that he already knows about that he can pin on him. You invoke your 5th Amendment right to remain silent, and you never break it. Ever. Like, what the flock is he talking about? Why is he telling him where he works?
You live here in San Antonio now, or?
No, I'm in work. I'm working.
Oh, you're working there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just got out of the gym.
Why are you telling him that? Don't tell him you just got out of the gym. Don't tell him you just got out of the gym. You don't tell him you just got out of the gym. It's none of his business where you just were. Mind your own business.
And I wanted to get something to drink.
Again, who gives a crud what you wanted to do? Stop talking to him like he's a buddy of yours. He's not.
Gotcha.
That's all. And I thought I seen a flash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that camera
Oh, I don't know, bro. You
had
have to
a
leave the mail
flash or something.
What? Can you, what are you talking about? This cop is not one of your boys from the gym. You didn't go to high school with him. You don't know him. He's trying to arrest you. He pulled you over for bullshit. Why are you telling him you just went to the gym? I was trying to get something to drink here. You invoke your 5th Amendment right to remain silent. Then you say, now do your job, pig. That's how you do it. Like, what the hell is this guy doing here?
But then I seen your lights. I was like, ugh.
And then he said, oh, I seen your lights, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, no, that camera has nothing to do with me.
Is it me or are those dudes' eyes bugging out a little bit? Are his eyes bugging out? I'm just wondering.
You're at Planet Fitness?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Why you answering any questions, bro? You plead the Fifth Amendment.
Let me just get some information from you. Yeah, but
Put your hands on the steering wheel, dude. Keep your hands up above the steering wheel so a dumb jackboot thug pig doesn't shoot you.
a good home or cell phone number?
I have a cell phone number. Yeah, 505.
No, dude, no. No, you don't give the pig any more information about yourself, bro. It says right there, I'll give no additional information. Right after you pled the Fifth Amendment, don't ask me where I'm coming from, where I'm going, where I've been, if I've been drinking, if I have a gun. I'll take no tests or I'll take no tests, no searches or seizures. Use the address of my ID. I'll give no additional information. That includes giving that pig your cell phone. Everything I need to provide by law is in the slip below your license, registration, proof of insurance. You didn't have to look around for it. That's how you do it.
50.
Good home or cell phone number?
I have a cell phone number. Yeah, 505-507-7394.
And then you put your cell phone number on the internet, bro.
Oh, you don't have a registration?
What was that?
A registration? Because it's out of New Mexico. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Usually Texas is right there.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if I was gonna have a problem with that because I've seen you guys have double license plates.
Yeah, one's for the front, and the back,
Yeah,
and then the
Yeah, in New
registration.
Mexico we don't have
Don't
two.
have that?
Yeah.
I gotcha. All right, brother. Let me just give me a couple seconds. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. That's crazy.
He's sitting there tripping. He's not talking to his phone. He should be recording everything, and he's not.
License.
He's trying to rationalize why he's getting pulled over for no reason. I thought that Jeebus, I thought that Terry had resigned. He took the phone I got him and the money I gave him, and I thought Ironton Auditor had resigned. And by the way, big announcement at Ironton, Ohio. Deputy Hanshaw, who I announced on this channel 2 weeks ago that he was RAPING high school girls, has now been fired from Ironton Police Department. Nice guy. You hear Mark's comment? I knew another cop on the Des Moines, Iowa Police Department that lost his job because he was a wife beater. He was a nice guy. No furtive moves. Amazing, Dave. That's awesome.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, here's
Yes,
your
sir.
driver's license and insurance.
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna give you a warning, okay? I'm not
Yes,
gonna
sir.
give you a citation. All I need you to
Is-
do is. What's that?
Are you guys looking for someone? Because I seen a helicopter up, and I don't know. Is this city kind of dangerous or?
No, it's like every other city has its crime.
Yeah.
But I mean, San Antonio is right outside our jurisdiction, so they might have a chopper or something, but nothing related to us right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if these Texas cities are safe. I've spent some time in them, but they seem kind of wild too. Like there's a lot of people with a lot of people. There's gonna be your bad apples.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
But
okay, I just need you to sign where it says sign here. And
Yes,
it
sir.
says warning, so it's
Yes, sir.
citation. There you go. That's good. All right, but
Yes,
take
sir.
care. Okay, be
Thank
careful.
you. Thank you.
Well, he did it completely wrong. There wasn't very much of that was done correctly. But you know what? Should I drop his link down in the comment section for you guys? You guys want to?
Thank you.
If you guys want to let him know that we watched his video, I don't know. I mean, let me see what he's got here as far as videos. Wait a second. Wait a minute. He's got a couple pullovers on here, actually. For no license plate light, no insurance.
County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, sir.
You know I'm pulling you over tonight?
I don't. How you doing?
Do you know why I pulled you over?
Yes, sir.
You want to talk with the Sierra County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, sir.
You know I'm pulling you over tonight?
I don't.
No? Okay.
How do we answer that? How do we answer that when the cop says, do you know why I pulled you over? I invoke my right to remain silent. Fifth Amendment. That's how you answer that question. So let me play it again. And so, ready?
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Yes, sir.
You want to talk with the Sierra County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, sir.
You know I'm pulling you over tonight?
I don't.
No? Okay.
I invoke my
license
Fifth
plate
Amendment
is
right to remain
it?
silent.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Yes, sir.
You want to talk with the Sierra County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, sir.
You know I'm pulling you over tonight?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
I don't.
No? Okay. Your license plate light is out?
Is it?
Yeah.
Your license plate light is out.
Are you aware of that?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Do you have your license, registration, and insurance? Can you roll your window down all the way for me?
Sure.
Thank you. It's just a safety thing, man.
His window not being down all the way makes it unsafe for who? Who's it unsafe for if his window's not down all the way? Who's not safe for the window's not down all the way?
Okay. Where's my license? My license?
Just got done with Thanksgiving?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Why would you?
I'm
Why
headed
would you
back
answer?
to work.
Why would you tell him any of this? Why would you say any of
Yeah,
this?
I work for a contract AT&T.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look for your insurance and registration. I'll be right
Okay.
back, okay?
Okay.
See if I can get you back on the road pretty
Yes,
quick.
sir. Thank you.
What's that? He did? Oh, that's interesting. So there's a way you respond to cops, and he's not doing it right. You don't do it the way he's doing it.
Okay, where are you coming from? Alrighty, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
Did you find your stuff?
This is my insurance.
Okay.
The registration card, I don't have it on me, but I
Man, you got to be prepared. You know, I can sell you a trifold. I can give you a trifold. I can't make you prepare your license, registration, and proof of insurance. I can't make you do this. You have to do it though. Otherwise, you're going to be like him looking around for papers, and you're at the pig's disposal, and you don't want to be that.
have this.
Okay, where are you coming from?
Why would you tell him that?
Albuquerque. I
Albuquerque.
live in Albuquerque,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and I gotta get to Houston.
Houston.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna level with you, man. You have
Yes,
a
sir.
warrant. Okay.
Do I? For
Yes,
what?
sir. Failure to appear.
Where?
Lee County.
Where's that at?
It's here in New Mexico. Yeah, they're
No
they're
way.
confirming it right now. So like
Where's
I said,
Lee
I just want
County?
to. It's here in New Mexico.
Wow.
They're confirming it right now, man. Did
Okay.
you miss a court date or something?
No.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm gonna level with you, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle, okay?
Oh no. Did you see this coming? I didn't.
Just
I don't.
I don't want to get arrested. Do you see like let's just focus on this moment for 1 second. Ready?
step out of the vehicle, okay?
Right there. Watch close. Watch his body language as soon as he says step out of the vehicle. Watch his whole body.
Be completely honest with you. So I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle, okay? Just
Oh. 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 Just doesn't want to go.
Don't.
Yeah. I understand, brother. I understand how you're feeling right now.
I don't. I just checked my license, and I didn't. I know I don't have any warrants.
well, they're confirming it right now, okay? Just do what I'm telling you to do for me,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there, okay? And I'll
So
let
are you
know.
gonna tow my car, or
I have to,
I'm
man.
going to jail?
Yeah.
Put a 1 in the chat if your stomach drops, if your heart sinks. Wow. Imagine how he's feeling right now. Wow.
Confirming it right now, okay? Just do
He's terrified right now of being shackled like a pig. And the moment, this is the thing, is I made a video that's gone super viral. It's almost 4 million views. This is what happens when you go to jail. And so this kid right here, whether or not he has the warrant or not, whether or not his license was affected or not, he's going to jail right now. Here's what happens. The moment they put the torture cuffs on you and they take you to the jail, you now become a prisoner. And there's zero standard of care for you. The moment he goes to jail, his life becomes irrelevant. Any medications he needed, he's not going to get them. Whether he's diabetic or not going to matter. If he needs heart medication, if he needs ADHD medication, he won't get any of it. And his car, his property, everything that he's worked so hard to get is going to be locked behind a cage. He's going to have to pay money to get it out. If his car's registered in his name, then his mother, father, sister, girlfriend, brother won't be able to get his car out until they get him out of the dungeon. Otherwise, you have to have a notarized piece of paper to allow someone else to get your car out of the dungeon. And so they have to get him out of the dungeon first. And then if they have enough money, they can have enough money to get his car out of the dungeon. Otherwise, your car will be auctioned. And he's not sure what he did wrong. This is why I tell you guys, invoke the Fifth Amendment and do not talk to police. Do not talk to them. Have your license, registration, and proof of insurance ready to go. Tonight and for during the live stream, I'm doing buy one, get one free on the Trifolds. Go to deletelaws.com. Buy one, get one free on the Trifolds. I'm only doing it during this time slot. So please don't email me and ask me. I give away so many Trifolds to people. You have no idea. So just buy one, get one free just for tonight. But let's watch this man go through being told he's going to the dungeon. Oh, there's a good shot. That the feeling he has that now that he's going to jail. Wow.
I know I don't have any warrants.
Well,
I just checked my license and I
Wow, look at that. Total fear. I'd be afraid too. I don't want to go to jail. It's the worst place ever.
didn't. I know I don't have any warrants.
well, they're confirming it right now. Okay, just do what I'm telling you to do for me, and then we'll go from there. Okay. And I'll
So
let
are you
know.
gonna tow my car, or
I have to, man.
I'm going to jail?
Yeah. As of right now, yes, sir. I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Okay. So
I have to be at work on Monday.
I understand.
No, they don't care about you have to be at work, dude. Your life no longer is significant. If the state wants to put you in jail, what you want, what you need, what your responsibilities are, none of those things matter. You just get taken to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200.
I understand. Unfortunately, I ran your driver's license and you have a warrant. Okay.
I don't believe I have a warrant though.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you.
Whoa. Apparently, they didn't prosecute this guy, but they should have. Everybody else has to follow the vehicle laws except this guy. A bootlicker is on his channel. After the video was cut off, I was arrested minutes later. Warrant did not want to extradite me, so they released me with no type of citation. Wow. This guy's it's interesting. It's an interesting little channel, isn't it? Like he's got some interesting stuff on here. Pulled over on a bike by Albuquerque. Man, this guy gets pulled over.
What's your 5862? Okay, yeah, he's pulling me over on my bike. Sir? What's your name, sir?
Gonzalez.
What's your badge number?
5862.
Okay, yeah, he's pulling me over on my bike because I ran a stop sign.
That's protecting and serving the shit out of us.
I'm gonna show him my ID. I know you got a job to do, and you know you're just running heads or whatever you do, running your numbers up.
No. Don't say you understand. F him. Treat him like the demon that he is.
But this is not cool.
Of course it's not cool. Their job is to not be cool. They're the geeks. They're the people who can't get along in society. They have to have a team of people that will back them up no matter what, because they're betas.
I don't really care what your opinion of me doing my job is.
I know you're doing your job.
Huh, there it is right there. He said all that and then
Heads or whatever you do, running your numbers up. But this is not cool.
I don't really care what your opinion of me doing my job is.
I know you're doing your job. Good job, sir. You're doing a good job. Look at these guys. They're pulling me over on a bike.
dude, they don't care. They have nothing else to do. They're not going after criminals. They're not upholding the rights of citizens. They're trying to get money for their department.
Come on, man. How you get pulled over on a bike?
Bro, I've been pulled over on a bike too. On my birthday, I got a jaywalking ticket on my bike.
There's 3 of them. Look at them. There's 4 of these cops on me for a fucking bike.
Total waste of resources. A total waste of our resources.
Come on, man.
Let's see what this one says. This one says, do I look like a chemical dealer or what? I've been making contact with a lot of addicts asking for blues. I've been making contact with a lot of addicts asking for something and something chemicals. The police think they've got one, but I'm clean every time. They let me go most of the time, but you can't imagine the anxiety running through my blood when I'm getting pulled over. Oh, if you can imagine, just real quick, you can't imagine the anxiety running through my blood when I'm pulled over. If you can imagine the anxiety, put a 1 in the chat real quick. Put a 1 in the chat real quick. If you can imagine the anxiety. If you can imagine the anxiety, put a 1 in the chat. I can imagine the anxiety. This is the first time I've been pulled over on my bike. Well, if you don't obey all traffic laws of your bike, they'll pull you over again. I'm not sure about bike laws. They're just the same as traffic laws. But I treat it as if I'm a pedestrian. I'm running stop signs. I don't care. I'm a pedestrian. Right, but that's not how the bike works. That's not the bike laws, bro. I'll give you a like. I'll be one of the only people. I'll subscribe in case you have more videos. And let's just go keep recording and we'll keep watching. I dropped him a comment here. I'll drop you the link for his channel if you guys want to subscribe. This guy seems to get pulled over all the time. The cops are harassing him constantly. Yeah, it's not that. It's not a super interesting channel. That's the whole thing is you got the Fifth Amendment cop card for non-driver, and as soon as the cop walks up to you, the cop, if you're not driving a car and you're on a bike, cop sighted, you start filming and you say, I invoke 1A. And then the law is in the blue. 1A, filming cops is upheld by the 2017 case of Turner versus Driver. Number 2, cop approaches and says any words to you at all. While filming, you say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Fifth Amendment's unequivocal. Cop loses qualified immunity for questioning you. So you use this. You use this. And you record everything. I sell these for $10. You get 2 pairs for $10. You buy one, get one free on these Fifth Amendment cop cards. They're $10, and this is just like a credit card. It's a 1 through 6 tutorial on how you talk to cops if you're not driving the car. If you're driving the car, that's a different card. That's this one over here. This is the driver card. This is the driver card. So if you're wondering and you've never been on my channel before, this is what I do. I have thousands of these cards. I give away a ton of them. I do raffles, not raffles. I do giveaways. I do buy one, get one free. And then I just got 1,000 trifolds in. So now I'm doing a buy one, get one free on the trifolds tonight because I got 1,000 trifolds. So it's like, these don't do any good sitting here. They only do good in people's cars. These don't do good sitting here. These only go good in people's wallets. You only pull out the yellow and black card when you got a pig in front of you. That's the only time you pull out the yellow and black card. Otherwise, the yellow and black card just sits in your wallet. And then if you see a pig, the yellow and black card comes out of your wallet. You follow what I'm saying to you here? You getting what I'm putting down here, Brown? So I like this guy's channel. I mean, he's filming the cops. I'd like to see him film cops more. I don't know what this means exactly. I've been making contact with a lot of addicts lately, asking for. I don't know what that means. And so that's why there were 4 cops there, because they think that. I don't know exactly. I don't know. But I like the guy's channel for sure. I'm down. I'll support anybody. I'll support anybody who films cops. If you go out and you film cops, I will support what you're doing. I will watch. Someone sent me a video the other day of them of them auditing a cop and auditing an office. So just for the person who sent me that video, it's like a 15-minute video of you auditing an office. I watched it. Really don't have anything to add. You know, you know, you did what you did, and I don't have anything really to add for what you did, you know. I'll watch your video though, because I want to see if there's a civil rights violation. Let's check this out. So anyone find out what happened afterwards? Did she get them fired? If it tune in tomorrow when this video loads, and then people want to know, does anyone have an update on this? It's not going to load. There it is. It loaded.
Let's get your card. Let's get your card. Oh, it's cute.
What's the deal with?
You ain't doing nothing to me. It's cute. And you're not gonna yell at me. Let's be very clear. This is not yelling. You're not gonna yell at me. You're not gonna.
Video's choppy.
Like I am. And you're a cop and to get a report. Then let's go ahead and get your card. Let's get your card. Let's get your card. Oh, it's cute. Hi. You ain't doing nothing to me. It's cute. And you're not gonna yell at me. Let's be very clear. This is not yelling. You're not gonna yell at me. You're not gonna even act like I am. And you're a cop, and this is how you're gonna conduct yourself to come here. You're not treating me like an adult. You actually thought that it was gonna be appropriate to then try to gut me very quickly. You have.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do.
I'm talking to you like an adult.
You do. I can see it in your eyes. So I'm not an idiot. No, there is no hope. Number one, at this point, there's nothing else. There is no stop. There is no stop. There is no stop.
Or you're going to be arrested.
There's nothing to be arrested for.
You are.
There's nothing to be arrested for, and I want a supervisor.
This is my supervisor.
Thank you. You are the problem. No, there is no whoa. I can literally yell. Exactly. That's my point. As a lawyer, you don't get to decide whether or not I am. How dare you? I'm literally not going to allow white men to come around and
Oh, she threw the race card in there, huh?
What you thought was not going to happen. This one, number one, he just suggested that you ain't gonna get in my face. You can get in my face.
Oh, she's got to calm down. She has to calm down.
You think you can get in mine, but I can't get in yours? I got you got it. I got the recording going. You better believe it. I'm a public figure.
So they I understand. They get there. I don't know why the cops were even came there.
You're in Charlotte. I sure will. It doesn't matter if I'm in Charlotte.
Oh, it's in North Carolina? Man, that's a police state all the way. Total police state, North Carolina.
Concord is also abiding to federal laws as well. I don't have to discuss anything with you because he escalated. I am now yelling.
Now they have a bunch of cops there wasting our resources.
Intentionally yelling. I'm now yelling. No, because there's nothing. I can literally stand in the middle of the street and yell if I want to, because that is not that. No, I wouldn't be blocking traffic because you are assuming that I would be standing in a place to block traffic. I said I could literally.
Wow, what a pig! What a pig!
It would not be a statutory violation, and that's exactly why you walked away, because you knew you were in the wrong. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, because basically what I have dealt with today is complete racism.
She could be dealing with racism.
Racism. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not trying to find out racism. No, you're not.
Whoa, she's losing it, huh? She's losing it.
No, you're not. And that's what is so.
Whoa, God bless America. Where's the rest of that? She lost it, huh? She started to lose her mind, didn't she? She started to go like, No, you're not. And she started to lose. I understand. I get it. I'm not hacking her. I'm saying but she did start to lose it a little bit, right? She started to like lose her composure and shit because she felt like she was getting a racist deal. And you know that cops were created for blacks, literally invented for black people. Cops were created in America. 1704 South Carolina slave catchers were created for black people. So if we know that, then just be honest about it. That's interesting.
Jackson, Mississippi, to be exact. It's been an unsettling
215 bodies of missing people found buried behind Jackson, Mississippi jail.
situation in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, to be exact. It's been revealed 215 bodies were buried in unmarked graves behind a state jail in Jackson, of course. Attorney Ben Crump.
Did you hear that? 215 bodies? That's a lot. That's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of human beings. There's 270 people here right now.
Is now calling for an investigation. Families of the dead reportedly had no idea until last month. Some of them, those grave sites were only labeled by a number and a metal rod. Joining
Whoa, that's disgusting.
us to talk about it, activist Arthur Silky Slim Reed.
This started with Dexter Wade's case back in March, right? He was an individual who was hit by a police officer, and his family thought he was simply missing.
Wow.
But he was dead and buried, and no one notified them.
Well, the thing about it is that he had identification on him, Isaiah, and the medical examiner gave it to the lead detective who said he called, didn't get an answer, and they didn't worry about doing anything else.
Wow. So the cops kill him by hitting him in a car. And then after the cops hit him and kill him, they then say that they make a phone call to the next of kin, but they didn't. And they didn't get a hold of anybody. And then they just buried his body. They just buried his body in a numbered grave.
What we're finding, Isaiah, is that Mississippi is Mississippi. It's an ugly Mississippi. And this is sad because now we have 6 other individuals that has been put into this same grave. And if you look at the video from when we first went to that site, buzzards were flying overhead. And we were trying to figure out why are the buzzards flying overhead? But it's because they're putting them in shallow graves, and the only thing that they're putting them in is a body bag without embalming the bodies. So the stench from the bodies are drawing buzzards there. It's so inhumane for anybody to do anyone like that, Isaiah, is just...
It's not inhumane because they're dead. It's a crime. It's messing with a dead body. It's evil. It's disgusting. Mississippi is Mississippi. What does that mean exactly? I'm just curious. What does he mean by that? What does he mean Mississippi is Mississippi?
It's horrible is what we can say. And that's not even a word that we should use in a situation like this. It's something that we haven't seen.
And what we're seeing here is over 200 people in this, what they consider a pauper's grave behind the county jail there. And what you guys are learning in your investigation is many of these families were never called, were never notified. Many of them still think their family members or thought their family members were simply missing, but they were dead and buried and never got a call from any investigators, any law enforcement officials or authorities in Jackson, Mississippi.
That's right. And one of the things that we faced being Mississippi is that they thought that we were playing the race card. We have white clients as well. There were white people that were buried the same way, Isaiah. And any human being that's buried the way that they're burying these individuals, it says a lot about the people that's doing this criminal act. The only thing that we're asking in this case We want you to do the right thing and give them a humane burial. And the city is, so it's crazy, Isaiah.
Wow. That is some sick and twisted shit. All they want them to have is a proper burial. And he said the city is, and he kind of shrugged his shoulders.
See something like that. It's 2023. It's not 1940. But to see them just dumping bodies in a grave like that, and no name, just a number. So they'll say, well, number 13, that's Arthur Reed. Number 21 is Isaiah Carey. But we don't really know until we get the remains. And then the remains had decomposed so bad, we just have to take them at their word. And when you look at the story, they told us that they would exhume this body at 12 noon, but they ended up taking this young man, Dexter Wade, out of the ground at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. They say, we were not going to allow them to embarrass us with those cameras. If you're not embarrassed by what you're doing, it's shame on you.
Right.
Absolutely incredible. Now, you guys, along with Ben Crump and I think Attorney Dennis Wheat, you all are asking for a federal investigation, that the feds come in and take a look at this and see exactly what's going on, because there's some questions as to Dexter Wade's death when he was hit by the police officer. Whatever happened with the officer in this case? And why wasn't his family ever notified that?
Was there an investigation into Dexter Wade's death?
That he was dead and not just a missing person.
Many civil rights were violated in Dexter Wade's case. Not notifying the family, burying him without permission when you knew who he was. That's the key issue right there. You knew who this individual was.
They murdered him. Can't you put the dots together, brother? He was murdered. He wasn't hit by a police cruiser and then they buried him. They murdered him. His body's going to have holes in it. Bullet holes. Knife stab wound holes. They murdered him, dude. Do you not know that? Dexter Wade was murdered.
And if you look at the Dexter Wade case, it's sad, but Dexter Wade's uncle was killed by Jackson police, and they knew.
Oh, so they killed Dexter Wade's uncle.
The family because they was involved in an ongoing lawsuit with that family, with Attorney Sweets, who you're talking about. So this is very, very, very troubling for us to.
It's not troubling. It's a murder cover-up. Dexter Wade was murdered by the cops.
You to know this family already, and for you to do something like this was adding insult to already injury that you had done to this family, Isaiah.
Wow, that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Got a text message from one of my people who's in the chat, and so I thought that I would show you guys something that has recently happened, and I put a lot of effort, time, energy. I put a lot into it. Let me see if that's the same thing that I'm seeing over here. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay. So there it is. I've worked on a series to try, to try to show what exactly has happened to the people in Ironton, Ohio, Tim and Sarah and the people there, and what's happened. And so I invested, I would say a little over, real numbers. I invested probably, I don't know, $15,000, $16,000 so far into American Patriot. And unfortunately, YouTube has demonetized American Patriot. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can apply, I can try to appeal, go to the Earn Studio, but they demonetized American Patriot. So I was hoping that American Patriot was going to make money, and then I would dump that money into my nonprofit organization, and I would be able to help more people. But unfortunately, American Patriot was demonetized 3 days ago. So it never earned a dime of revenue, which really, really sucks. So there's nothing I can really do about that. but one of my folks sent me a text message and said, "Hey, there's something about money," and I was like, "Well, there's no money." So I invested a lot of money and my time, my energy. I went down to a place, put myself in danger. I have a warrant for my arrest in Ohio. Still face all kinds of stuff, and no, Jeebus, we have almost 5,000 subscribers, and we have over 10,000 watch hours. So, yeah. I wish you were correct, buddy. I wish that you were correct, but you're not correct, bro. Sucks. It sucks. It would have been nice, it would have been nice if I could have recouped some of the investment that I put into this, because I had to hire a full-time editor to first watch 100 hours plus of content and then create a storyline so that people would be able to watch a compelling storyline. And that took a lot of time. The graphics, everything took a lot of time. And so it sucked. I'm going to create a Patreon for American Patriot and do some behind the scenes stuff. And maybe I'll get Tim and Sarah to come on and we'll interview them, interview some people, see if we can try to create some revenue out of the series that I've put about 6 months into now so far. And I guess, let me see, 14, 15 weeks. So we're 15 weeks in, because I have to pay the editor every week. So I know that we're 15 weeks in. So that's 4.5 months of how much time we have, we've put in. So there that is. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, but yeah, was I hoping it would make a profit? Sure. I was hoping it would make a profit. I was hoping it was going to do well. And I think it still will do well. I think it'll get, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I think it'll do really well, especially as we get to episode like 40, 50, 60. But I think I'll have to figure out a way to try to monetize it in some way. I don't think YouTube's going to monetize anything that I do. They have this channel so shadow banned. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You can't imagine. You can't imagine. Like, I think we got 100,000 views today, and it was like, wow. I mean, if you want to know what's going on YouTube, I can actually show you. Are you guys interested? If you're not interested, I don't want to show you, but I can show you a video that Chuck sent me earlier today, and it'll show you what's happening on YouTube. And then you can actually take my name and you can check and see. It'll take 4 minutes. You guys want to do 4 minutes? Let's do 4 minutes. Let me do 4 minutes of this, and you guys will see what I'm talking about here. So this is a YouTuber. He's got 1.86 million subscribers. If you guys I've never heard of him before either. But Pravin Mohan has done his own study on what's happening on YouTube, and just so you guys know, what he says is exactly what's happening, and you'll be able to test that theory. What he's going to show you in 5 minutes when you take my name and you put it into the search. Watch what he shows us about what's actually happening on YouTube, and this is pretty creepy stuff. This is pretty creepy stuff, to be honest with you.
Hey guys, we are at an ancient Indian temple. There are many amazing carvings, but the specialty is this god called Narasimha. But I cannot show you this carving because it's too violent for YouTube's policies. And I also cannot show you these carvings or these carvings. And I cannot even show the Hindu temple tower because ancient Indians were not fully clothed at that time. And this violates the adult content policy of YouTube. This is going to be the future of YouTube in 2024. And I think YouTube is planning to delete my channel very soon. I'll show you my dashboard. Out of the last 4 videos, you can see that these two videos are demonetized.
Yeah, all my videos are being demonetized now.
But on top, you can see that this video is deleted because of copyright violation. Now, the video that I have used from someone is how long? 3 seconds. That's right. YouTube
Did the exact same thing to me.
has deleted a video because I used 3 seconds from another user. This is happening at a day and age where people are using entire videos for reactions, and YouTube itself tells us to remix content. Here, it says 2 more copyright violations and YouTube will delete my channel completely. This means that YouTube can go back to my old videos, and just by using this copyright technicality, my channel can be deleted.
That's right. And the same thing could happen to me. But wait 2 more minutes and listen to what he says.
Anytime. And this demonetization keeps happening not only for new videos. YouTube is looking into the old videos and demonetizing them. This is an email I got recently about a video I posted 8 or 9 years ago. But I will tell you something surprising. YouTube does this only around December and January.
Wait, just hold on. Stay with me. Wait for it. What he's about to explain, we're right now 2 minutes in. What he's about to explain by the 5-minute mark is jaw-dropping, and it can be proven, and you can all prove it yourself.
I will show you what happens. Every video I posted about YouTube is around December. YouTube intentionally gives me trouble around this time. I know this sounds silly, but it's also true. Why? Because the AI itself is designed to bring publicity to YouTube. This is why it deliberately demonetizes, puts copyright violations. It has made me put copyright strikes, and all this happens only in these 2 months. Because it is looking for publicity. Once I make a video like this,
the artificial intelligence of YouTube is looking for publicity for YouTube. Did you follow that? And now wait, it gets even deeper.
Watch what happens. YouTube's AI will demonetize this video because that will make it into a bigger controversy. Then I will post it on Twitter and it will start to spread and everybody will speak badly about YouTube. And then some actual human from YouTube will manually remove the demonetization. This has happened again and again. But what's the objective of YouTube?
This is where it gets trippy for me, and you can fact check what he says by using my name. Wait for it.
This the AI war on humanity. It provokes people, it pits one guy against another to further itself. YouTube can become much, much bigger if people are fighting against each other, right? We all know how YouTube spreads negativity. Take anyone. Nas Daily is a narcissistic scumbag. Go to YouTube and type Mr. Beast Africa. YouTube will start recommending videos that he's getting canceled and he's a quote-unquote white savior. The guy built 100 wells in Africa, and this is what is being recommended by the AI because it wants to fuel strong feelings of hatred.
Yes, and wait for this. Now we're 30 seconds away. You can put my name in and watch what happens.
In India, the hate is fueled tenfold. Take any successful YouTuber like Saurav Joshi. An entire book can be filled with his quote-unquote exposed videos.
So now what I want you to do is in another browser page, open it up and put my name into the YouTube search engine, ChilleDeCastro. When you put this in right there, you figure you would have maybe one of my TikTok lessons where I teach constitutional law for an hour straight. You know, maybe my Scottsdale library audit that has hundreds of thousands of views and is hilarious, and why people say, oh man, I saw your Scottsdale audit. No, if you take my name and you put it into the YouTube search bar, you will only get drama. You will only get people who made videos. Take my name and put it in the YouTube search engine, right at the top, right on the search, and you will mostly get videos. I got all videos. I'll show you. So I'm going to come back to this video right here because I want you guys to keep watching this. Right now, we are at 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Now I'm just going to put my own name into ChilleDeCastro. I'm just going to put that into the YouTube search bar. Court, Chille's epic court fail. Not my channel. ChilleDeCastro sues filthy coppers. Dummy Kruger. Another Dummy Kruger video. The Dick Bag Patrol video. Videos where it makes fun of me. Where nothing about me that would show the people who come here, and the reason why so many people have my trifold in their car. How many of you right now have a trifold in your car? Put a 1 in the chat if you have a trifold in your car. So, hundreds and thousands of people have a trifold in their car. But yet, when you search my name, you won't find anything about the trifold that I sell to thousands of people. You won't find any. You don't even see on when you put my name into the search. Not my channel doesn't even pop up. You put ChilleDeCastro in there, and my channel doesn't even show up. Just the drama, just drama. I just find that to be. I mean, that is so lowball. That's so scummy. That is so scummy.
Hey guys,
so
YouTube will manually remove the demonetization. Viral content. Joshi, an entire book can be filled with his quote-unquote exposed videos. In India, the debunking and exposing videos are on a hilarious cycle. One guy exposes another guy, he gets exposed by another, then that guy gets exposed by another, and so on, creating a chain of negative viral content. But why? Because YouTube promotes yellow journalism. It wants sensationalism. Many good people have sold their souls and made their careers out of this. They try to do science or music videos, and when they don't get enough views, they have switched to quote-unquote roasting simply because this gets more views. Take a look at this thumbnail about Veritasium, the popular science YouTuber who has educated us in many areas. But which of the thumbnail are you more likely to click? The left or the right? How about now? How about now? Studies show that you're 95% more likely to click on a negative thumbnail. And this is especially true if you're a fan. Imagine seeing a thumbnail of me like this, and imagine seeing a thumbnail that says, Dirty Secrets of Praveen Mohan Exposed. You are twice as likely to click and watch this video. Just to prove this point, I will make a negative, sensational thumbnail.
This is what he's going to explain right here. I want to test myself with First Amendment and Constitution and a few other things, but watch this.
For this video. And YouTube actually encourages this. It goes against their company slogan, don't be evil. And I think YouTube is struggling with this. If you have ever seen the video where a crow provokes two cats to fight. It's hilarious to watch because the crow provokes both the cats to fight and then truly enjoys that fight. In YouTube's case, YouTube actually makes money out of that fight. And YouTube also encourages the cats. In this case, the cats are me and the guy who put a copyright strike for 3 seconds.
So, I'm not sure how many of you guys are Team DLZ, how long you've been here. But when I had 80,000 subscribers, a guy named Gunner TV made a video about me in a total hit piece and said I was a scumbag, grifter, horrible person, right? And so he said things that weren't true, that I have a warrant in this state, I have a warrant in that state. So like said things just were not true. So then me and my people considered suing him. And after a week, the numbers came in, my subscribers grew, views grew, and my online store, I sold more Trifolds. So there was no damages. I then made a video encouraging Gunner to make another hit piece video about me. So, I mean, I've seen it actually work.
YouTube wants us to have a drama over this. I could file a counter and then proceed with a legal case, and then it becomes a sensation. And this is exactly what YouTube wants. This is why it fuels negativity. But in my case, YouTube is acting even more weird. It actually wants to suppress me by shadow banning me. If you search for my videos with the exact same title, my videos will not appear. It will show you other videos with lesser views, but not my videos.
How crazy is that?
It's a popular shadow banning technique. It eliminates my videos from the search results. I bet you YouTube will fix it now, at least for the next few months. But I'll show you another practical example.
This is crazy. This is the hashtag. Watch this. I'm going to test this myself.
Remember the show Ancient Aliens in History Channel? A very popular show with millions and millions of followers, and my videos revolve around this topic. So I will add the hashtag Ancient Aliens in this video. But when the video is published, where is the hashtag? It's not a technical issue. The hashtag Ancient Aliens is disabled, but not for everybody, only for me. YouTube has custom disabled it for me.
Wow.
For me. YouTube has custom disabled it for me. Even though I make videos about the same topic, I've even appeared in Ancient Alien show. This is a clear example of shadow banning me. The other trick is stopping the views of my videos abruptly. My videos will...
I know exactly what he's talking about. I know exactly what he's saying.
Rise quickly, but then there will be no views at all. Many people think that YouTube cannot stop or manipulate the views. It absolutely can. Everything can be tailor-made, even for fun. Here's a video titled, "Why Do YouTube Views Freeze at 301?" which has 3.9 million likes, but the views are held at 301.
Number File is the name of that account that has 4.42 million subscribers.
Just for fun. So if YouTube wants to drop your views, it absolutely can. A lot of people want me to build my own app or OTT platform. I have no interest in that. YouTube is very easy to use and I can give the content for free. And I don't even put sponsor ads because I want to keep it as free as possible while making enough money to explore more sites. I feel like I love YouTube, but I wonder why YouTube doesn't love me.
There we go right there. I mean, there we go right there. I mean,
enough money to explore more sites.
Yeah, I have to make enough money to live, enough money to make sure that I have enough. You got to be able to function. And then
I feel like I love YouTube, but I wonder why YouTube doesn't love me.
Right. What's the deal? What's the deal, dude? If you just left me alone, I'd be better off.
YouTube has great features and I want to continue making videos on YouTube so
Me too. I totally understand.
anyone can see these amazing ancient sites with just one click. I feel bad making a video about this. I am a grown man.
Right. And this is not my air. Right. It's not my job to sit here and talk with you guys about the YouTube algorithm and the shadow banning and the like, like, comment, subscribe. That it should not. This should be my focus. My focus should be on helping as many people as I can, even if it's just whatever I can do to help them. But instead, my focus, watching this video for whatever 14, 15 minutes, and this is my focus because YouTube uses AI that creates, if it's about drama about YouTube, it's good for YouTube. The more we say YouTube's name, YouTube, the more they're happy that their name is getting out there.
Talking about this drama. And I value your time and my time, but I was forced to make this video because if my channel gets deleted tomorrow, I want you to know what really happened. I feel that YouTube is bullying me, and if I call him out, he will leave me alone, at least until next December. This is actually the best outcome for me, and the worst outcome is, of course, I wake up and my channel with more than 600 videos is deleted.
Right. Exactly. You wake up every day and wonder, is YouTube just going to delete my life's work, what I've done as far as in the public eye? Are they just going to just wipe clean what I've done with my life?
I hope for the best outcome, and I hope I can continue making valuable and meaningful videos about ancient sites and give it to you for free. But please do share this video and raise awareness because this could be my very last video.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. This right here with you and I here could be my very last video. This right here, us right now talking, could be my last video on YouTube. And then you like to think, right, that there's about 10,000 people who watch my videos. That's about the number of people who come and watch my videos, 10,000 people. So will those 10,000 people come with me over to Rumble or over to X or over to, I'm not going back to TikTok ever again. I mean, I'm going to put American Patriot on TikTok, but I'm not ever going to deal with TikTok again. I can't stand them, deleted my accounts. It's just deleted my accounts. I mean, I don't know how many times, a dozen times now, a dozen accounts. I wrote it down. I have it all written down. So it's just been like, what the flock? What the flock? I mean, really. I guess I'll give you guys till midnight. It's 10:42 now. Buy one, get one free till midnight. So that'll be from 8 p.m. till midnight when I'm doing my envelopes tomorrow. Buy one, get one free on the Trifolds, which I never do. But you know what? I got 1,000 of them in stock. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, what happened in court? Oh, so I beat the ticket. You know what? I could actually show you that if you want to see it. This ticket right here. I can show you this ticket. I got pulled over, obviously. I got pulled over. And this, I got pulled over in 2020, and then my mom had a stroke. And so they gave me a court date for when I went back to Alaska to go see my mom, because I wasn't sure if my mom was going to, she had a stroke. So I went back to Alaska and I missed my court date in Victorville, California. And so over that time period, it was like June of 2020, the COVID was still really controlled a lot of California. And so for that time period, if you missed court during that time period, they didn't give you a warrant. I don't know if they still have that policy or not in the high desert. It may be a policy in the high desert that they don't give warrants for traffic tickets because so many people get traffic tickets there. The high desert in California is this strip of desert between Las Vegas and LA that you can easily just drive 90, 100. There's nothing. It's just flat, straight, brown land straight away. So you can easily catch yourself doing 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. And so over 2020, when I left LA in June, it was because I went back we shot the Terry era Juneteenth. So, okay. So yeah. So it was in June. And then when I went back there, I got a ticket and I actually have a video of being pulled over. That pullover in the high desert. This is before I am who I am today. This is long before I am. I mean, so I'm not going to get into my mentality of what I did and how I did it, but there was a metamorphosis to what I did. So I will, it was 2020 when I got pulled over in the high desert and I got a ticket for doing 101 or 105 or something like that. And then I just went back to court in the high desert in Victorville. And I set that court date for January 4th because I went back. I had to. Did I have to pay? I did. I did have to pay. I'm going to get that money back. Yes. So I had to go pay $980 for the 100-mile-an-hour ticket. And then when I went to court on January 4th, the cop didn't show up and the ticket was dismissed. Yes. I think I get that money back. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to, I can look, I just don't know where that video is. That guy said he has 800 videos. I have thousands of videos. I have almost 3,000 videos. So it's not so easy. It's hard to find videos. I have a lot of videos and I don't remember which video this one is. I've been pulled over like 20 times. So I film all the videos where I get pulled over. Let me see if I can find it. If you want to bear with me for 1 second, I'll try to sift through these videos real quick and see. I wish I could go by year. That would be a lot easier. If I could go by year, then I could find it. There's no way I'm going to find it like this. There's no way. Oh, Chapman. I'm still suing Chapman. I just filed another appeal. Jeebus, I just filed another appeal with the appeals court in Ohio. So we shall see what happens. So Jeebus Crisp is Tim from American Patriot. If you guys haven't seen American Patriot, that's what I can do is I can show you guys because episode 16 just came out. Episode 17, I believe, comes out on Monday. And then I think tomorrow we're going to premiere which episode just came out? Episode, is it 17? Okay. So yeah, 17 just came out. I'll give you a little bit of backlog. She was shot in the face with mace. I'll give you a little bit of backlog. She was shot in the face with mace. Is that correct?
Whole can.
A whole can of mace. So he just drained it out.
Point blank.
So he put the can of mace in your face and shot it into your eye.
Both of them.
Into both eyes. Mom, it's your son. I'm doing good. I'm okay. I'm going to go meet with this woman named Teresa Ward, who's a mail carrier up here. And she's defiant. She's not afraid. She's rightfully indignant. She had an altercation with another person, and this cop named Evan McKnight showed up and beat her up. She is not afraid.
So you're in your Toyota truck and you go.
So we pull up, Jaden and I pull up, and I take the keys out. I got them in my hand. I hadn't put them in my purse yet. I do that when I get out or stick them in my pocket right there. And I had my purse on my shoulder, and I just opened the door, and thank God I hadn't stuck my leg out, because the door opened up and this girl comes whizzing around and comes in from this side, right?
Mhm.
And she hits my door. All of a sudden, the door slams shut, and it's just a good thing I didn't have my leg out. She gets out of her car, and she's already on her phone, right?
Because she's hit your car.
She's already on her phone. Yeah. This is up at front of Cato's Pick and Save. This woman just hit my car. And I said, what? Yeah, this woman just hit my car. Yeah, we're up in the parking lot. And I see right then, I can't talk to that.
Yeah.
I can't talk to that.
You're triggered.
I can't talk to that. I said, when the police get here, I'll be in there.
Right.
So I go in the store, and a friend of mine's in there. And when I walk in, she said, Teresa, what's the matter? Look on my face. And I told her, I said, chick out there just hit my truck, blah, 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 blah. We find the earrings. We check out. I keep looking out the window, waiting on the cops. They didn't come. They didn't come. She comes around. I said, I wish they would hurry up because I got stuff to do. Oh, you want to make time to do this? I get this attitude, you know. I said, don't touch me. She said, like this. And she jumped up and chest bumped me. And I popped her in the face right here, because if I was fighting, I'd hit her in the nose, and then I wouldn't have quit.
Okay, and then what happens?
But I hit her in the face, and she acted like I didn't even hit her, and hit her pretty hard, you know. Oh, that's the way it's going to be. So she runs at me. Hair pull, right?
Hair pull.
So I pull her down, wall her to the ground, sit on her, and I hope that ain't a weave or a wig, because I held her right by the head above each ear like that, and held her head
Wallered her to the ground.
down. She's like, what are you going to do? Just hold me here? I said, yep.
Okay. You're holding her down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so she, you know, she ain't getting loose. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, all I hear is, get over, pow, and I get tackled. So he's wrestling me around. Well, I go in fight mode, then I'm getting loose, right?
Right.
So he's got me down. I get my arm around this way, and I get it behind his knee right here. And he's like, don't. I grabbed my wrist and pulled it like that, and it threw him off balance, and he took 2 or 3 steps backwards, and bam, right down flat on his ass. I didn't even know the man had glasses. I had glasses and ear Bluetooth in until he tackled me.
Do you know it's a cop?
And
though?
he hit. I didn't until I threw him off him. I didn't know who it was. And then he hit the ground, you know, and his eyes were that big, and I almost said, I've seen that before, but I didn't.
Right.
And I said, you didn't say who you was. He said, yes, I did. Iron Police. And he grabs me like this. Iron Police, stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting like that. And the first thing I did was grab my arm, you know, to
He's
pull
got
it
his arm
down.
around your neck.
Yeah, he's trying to choke me out. And I go limp, right? And he just keeps doing it. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. To piss me off. And I said, God damn it, I am.
Because he's still choking you.
Yeah.
So
he's still doing that.
But you've given up. You went limp and you stopped fighting back.
Right.
Because you realize it's the cops.
Throws me face down. I'll let it happen. Throws me face down on the asphalt and says, put your hand behind your back. So I'll take this hand, put it behind my back. So I'm like, here it is. I start moving my fingers, you know, there it is. So I try to roll off of this arm, which was stupid.
Right, because you have 2 bodies on top of you.
And when I do, I get my face slammed into the pavement. And then I see
Oh my
I'm
God.
down, and he's on me like this
Did you see that?
to the pavement.
Look what happened to her head. Look at her eyes, how they're black. Look at her forehead. That cop beat the hell out of her.
And then I see I'm down, and he's on me like this, and my face is pushed into the pavement.
We can
And,
see it.
and this hand's here, and this hand's here, and all I see is a can right here. And he says, if you don't put your hand behind your back, I'm going to spray this on you. And he knew I couldn't. And I said, do it, pussy. And he did. Emptied it right here, back and forth between both eyes.
So he just
face down with one hand under me, one hand behind my back. So he rolls me off my arm, handcuffs me, and about that time, the next cruiser shows up. And he doesn't work for the Iron Police Department anymore, probably because he was too honest, and that was Goldsby. So he pulls up and he's like, what's going on? And McKnight's like, oh, she's resisting, you know. And he yanks me up. He puts the handcuffs on me as tight as he could get them and picks me up by him.
Holy my God. Look at her wrists. That's what happens when you have the torture cuffs on. And wow, look at her wrists. Wow. You're welcome. Wow, that is just insane.
Puts the handcuffs on me as tight as he could get them and picks me up by him. Takes me over to the cruiser. If you got
Jiminy crickets.
weapons on you, I said, I got a pocket knife in my pocket. They do that, pat me down, put me in the back of the cruiser.
Did they wipe that pepper spray off your face?
No, they put me in the cruiser and shut the door, and it was in August, and this way is west, and the cruiser was facing this way, and I was in the back seat, and the evening sun coming in started just beating down through that. Well, I know what a dog feels like when it's shut up in the car.
Oh, the hot dog
Because
syndrome.
there was no air in there.
Fire crews, along with Arden Fair Mall security, as well as animal control, were all out here coming to the rescue of that dog. It was left in a locked car, which at that time was parked here in this space under the blazing hot sun. Sacramento firefighters got that car open, and the dog eventually, when they did, lapped up water pretty eagerly.
But I'm going around the cracks like this, trying to find a crack to breathe air. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get any air. And then I don't know if I thought I was having a heat stroke or what, because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't see snot running out of everything, you know. So I lay down in the seat on my back, and I pull my feet up, and I kick the window about 3 times, something like that. Not hard enough to kick it out. I'm trying to get attention.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And I pop up and I look around, and I don't think I even made an impression on anybody. And I try again to try to get some air somewhere, and I can't do it. And so I laid down the seat again, and I kicked the crap out of the window that time.
Right.
And he come running over there, and I told that Goldsby, I didn't even talk to him anymore. I said, I can't breathe. There's no air back here. Nobody's asked me what my name is. Nobody's asked me for my insurance. So I'm sitting in the back on this side. They got
That's all of us too. It's horrible.
the back door open here. McKnight's here. Goldsby's here. And he said, go around and turn the air on. So why didn't he said turn the air on? So why didn't he open the front door right here and reach in to turn the air on? This is because he's little. He goes around this way. You think of all this stuff later, you know.
Sure.
He goes around this way, opens the door, reaches in, flips something. They shut the door and they walk back off. Goldsby says, "We'll be back. We'll be back."
As they shut you with the closed windows again. Okay.
And you didn't turn the air on. You did not turn the air on. So then finally, Goldsby comes over. And he says, "Are you gonna be all right?" And I said, "Yes," because he thinks I've been combative this whole time. Which,
well, sure. When he gets there and he sees that you've been being
Right.
tortured, you're fighting to get some air out of the window.
right. So he says, "You gonna be okay?" And I said, "Yes." So he had me get out and turn around, and he took the handcuff loose and he loosened them and put them in front of me.
Okay.
And he said, "Sit down here and tell me what happened." And McKnight seen him, and he comes running up, and he said, "I told you if you got out, I was going to kick you." And Goldsby says, "I told her to. I asked her what happened. She's trying to tell me what happened." So
now they're finally taking your story.
Goldsby did.
Goldsby took your story.
Goldsby did.
And McKnight gets pissed off that he got you out the car. And he put your cuffs in front.
And at one point, Goldsby looked across the back door at Evan, and he said, "What she's telling us is exactly what the people over there's telling us."
And so now they take you down to the dungeon. What do they charge you with?
What was it? Resisting arrest, and I don't know what all. We never made it back into jail. They handcuffed us to 2 benches in there.
Right. Right.
And
for your safety.
And there's 2 officers sitting at the computer, sheriff department, and McKnight's over against the wall like this. And they start talking, and I still didn't really know who he was, you know. And so while those guys are asking us stuff and everything, I said, "Who is that?" And they said, "Who?" I said, "Him. What's his name?" And they said, "Oh, that's Evan McKnight." I said, "Hey, Evan McKnight, me, you, no pepper spray, no handcuffs. I'll rub your damn nose in it and make you like it."
Yeah.
I told him that.
Because he's a wussy.
Right there in front of him.
He's obviously a wussy.
So anyway, I ended up, my friends come and bonded me out.
And when do you ever get water? When does the water come?
When I got home.
Oh, so the jail doesn't give you any water either? Do they rinse off your face or the pepper spray? No? No? So now when you go to work next day, can you see? Is your eyes still
I can only see partially out of one eye with my glasses on. That's how I worked.
Show us the glasses that you wear that when you first came in? You had some.
Oh, these are my glasses now. I had wire rims when he did that.
Yeah.
And my eyes water so bad now I can't even wear the scleras. It's like it constantly gets worse, especially this eye.
Right.
Will really water. You can see water stains on the bottom of my glasses there where they water. And they told me then that it shouldn't damage my eyes permanently, but it has.
Of course it has.
It has.
Of course it has. Of course it has. Just like a taser doesn't kill people, but it kills people all the time.
Yeah.
Just like a taser doesn't ruin people's lives, but a taser ruins people's lives all the time. That's not the way to take care of Americans. Did you have eye problems before? Your eyes leaked all the time?
No.
Okay. So the damage is directly from McKnight. Okay. So
Especially this one, it just pours bad.
right. And so now, do you go in and file a complaint against McKnight?
No, wasn't doing good.
Why do you say wasn't doing good?
Wasn't doing good.
Why wasn't it doing good?
It just wouldn't, because it's the way this town is.
Was Pam at the head of the department then, or was it Lundy?
No, Pam was the police chief then.
Oh, so Pam was the police chief.
I never talked to her or anything. Though.
She's a real peach. She's a real peach. And so you don't file a complaint against McKnight. You never do.
I didn't until we went to court. And when we went to court, and my attorney was there with me, and he shows the paper where that shows me McKnight's deposition and what happened. He says, he ran up there and said, Iron Police Department, let her go. And she says, fuck you, I'm not letting her go. So that's when he tackled me.
Are you charged with assault? Or what are you charged with?
I forget all what it was. And then, of course, they lower it down. And I had to pay $1,500 for the lawyer. And, of course, my brother did that. And then the court costs and all that crap. It cost me. Is all it cost me. And then it cost me days at work because I had to go to Columbus every week for a while and then every month.
For your eyes?
For my eyes. So I had to take off work and burn a vacation day or sick leave day to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to my attorney. And he says that he thinks, we got a good case, that I was done wrong and shouldn't have been done that way.
Yeah.
And they end up referring me to an attorney I've got the names and stuff, in Columbus. And I go up to Columbus and I talk to them. And I told them everything I'm telling you and showed them how he did me and how I was down when he sprayed me and all that. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to get it. And then we got, 2 years on statute of limitations. Yeah, and this is early in it and we can get all this. Oh, yeah, we'll be in contact. Never heard from you again.
Mm-hmm. Teresa Ward was wronged by McKnight. And the state needs to give people water. You're going to arrest people? Okay, so let's start with water, the basic minimum. And if you're going to spray someone with a chemical, you got to wash the chemical out of their face.
I don't want anybody else to be treated like that. If that was my mother, I was 50-some years old then. I'll be 60. If I lived to May, I'll be 60. And I just wrestled 2 20-year-olds back then,
You guys, this is Teresa. She doesn't want anything. She just wants McKnight gone. This is what she wants.
5 times.
5 times.
For selling drugs.
For selling.
So there you go. Your drug dealer is me right here. Y'all got a problem with it? It's me right here. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. Don't talk about my dad. My dad ain't selling no drugs. Okay. My brother cleaning up the streets. Y'all got a problem with it. You know where I'm at. Hey.
So there it is. Oh, there's no end screen. I'll definitely get an end screen on there. An end screen is that episode 17 comes out on Monday. So yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to American Patriot. Go watch the whole thing. They demonetized it, so watch hours, I guess, don't really matter anymore. But I still want you to watch the whole thing because it's good, Anyway, I should get the flock out of here. I've been on for almost 3 hours. I think I gave a pretty good little. I think that breakdown tonight of the guy getting pulled over. I mean, hopefully you guys go over to his channel. Let me check the history real quick and let's. Oh, I could show you guys. I'll show you guys this one and then I just want to know how you guys feel. Just tell me how you feel, okay? I just want to know how you feel.
Of what we work for here at Coweta County Sheriff's Office.
Coweta County Sheriff Lynn Wood held back tears during an emotional news conference about the tragic death of one of his deputies. 31-year-old Deputy Sheriff Eric Minix was killed in the line of duty early Thursday morning.
He is very much loved. He was a friend, a father, a son, a brother. But most of all, he was a law enforcement officer first That's all he ever wanted to do.
According to the sheriff, Deputy Minix pursued a stolen car around 2 a.m. and went along Interstate 85 into Chambers County, Alabama. During the apprehension of the suspect, Deputy Minix got out of his patrol car to give commands and was then struck and killed by another officer with the Lynette Police Department, who pulled up to the scene.
And as he's standing outside the car, another police agency from Alabama came up, couldn't stop, and hit him.
The sheriff said Minix was a dedicated deputy and a friend to everyone who knew him. He started working for the sheriff's office 10 years ago. After a brief stint with another department, he came back and was a member of their crime suppression unit. He leaves behind a wife and 3 daughters.
What these men and women do each and every day is dangerous. And I ask that you pray for him and his family, for our family, the Coweta Sheriff's Office family, but also pray for the Lynette Police Department and the officer involved.
And the suspect
So
that is the alleged thief who took this stolen vehicle is in custody as police.
So I just want to know, what does it make you feel? How do you feel when you see that? I just, I'm a humanist, so I don't wish anybody death. But I see these things and I think to myself, I wonder how other people feel when they see that a cop has died. I just wonder what you guys feel like when you see that. I don't celebrate this guy dying, that's for sure. I wouldn't feel very good. Don't celebrate other people dying. At the same time, I would have to pray for his soul because God would have to have mercy on his soul to not send him to hell. And I guess that's what I think about, is God would have to have mercy on this guy to not send him to burn in hell. It's not true. This old Catholic upbringing that I have still has this idea of heaven and hell. I don't think there is hell. I think there's just everlasting, eternal life. I don't think there is hell, but I don't know. I see that kind of stuff and I think to myself, what do other people think about this? What do other people, when they look at this, what do they think? What do they feel? What do they feel like when they see this? So that's kind of where my head is on it. I don't sit and celebrate some dude dying. I just saw it, and I once something goes in my head and I start to think about it, it's really hard for me not to continue on it.
Previously.
So this was the original video that we started the rendition of Delete Laws today. And what I'm going to do is...
It's not a stop and ID state. However,
Thank
there's
you.
a Supreme Court case, Kansas v. Glover.
Kansas v. Glover. Here's a copy of this video here. Go over to this guy's page if you would, please. Let him know that I'd like to have him on Delete Laws. There's a link to the video. I'd like to have him on Delete Laws. I'd like to interview him and talk with him about the cops who are profiling him and targeting him. I'd like to know what's happening with this young man and what they're doing to him. That's what I'd like to do. So if you guys would be so kind, go over there, tell him Delete Laws wants to interview him. There's the link to that particular video. Listen, I got nothing but love for you guys. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I got to get some water. I'm out of water, and my mouth is so dry. It's unbelievable. But I got nothing but love for you. Thank you guys for coming. Chevy, nice to see you. DJ Smith, where's Jeff Hates Pigs been? I haven't seen him in a hot second. KT, good to see you, Katie. The Chevy, Mr. Bones, Jack, how you doing, Jack? It's good to see you. Dar North, how are you, my friend? Targeted Patton, what is going on? Milena, how are you? Jim, DJ Smith, what is going on? Drop in the comment section, JBTP, Jack Boot Thug Pig, if you would, please. Mark, always good to see you, my friend. Dr. Donna, how are you, my dear? Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. Nice to see everybody. Shanta, how are you, my friend? Roger, how's it going? Deanna, what's going on? Deanna, how are you? Dave, nice to see you, Mr. Hall. David, how are you? Good to see you, man. Manny, what is going on? How is everybody? Soy Leo, what is going on? Melvin Morris, I think I saw Morris here earlier as well. Dwayne, what is going on? How are you? Jack Boot Thug Pigs is here. Jack Boot Thug Pigs. Jack Boot Thug Pigs is here. Jeebus Crisp. Jeebus Crisp has come back around here. Good to see you, Jeebus. What is going on, everybody? Kevin B up there. What is going on? Dom, how are you? What is going on? Nama, what is going on? How is everybody? All right, listen. Jungle is Massive is here. Jesse Jackson is here. What is going on? Renaissance is here. Just going to read some names I didn't see before. Just kind of get some out there. Anyway, listen, you guys, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators. Later, Gators.